so fine, it won't be a loss. Cashing in the rocks, just to get you face to face. Hey, you're crazy bitch, but you fuck so good I'm on top of it when I dream. I'm doing you all night, scratches all down my back to keep it right on. Hey, you're crazy bitch, but you fuck so good I'm on top of it when I dream. I'm doing you all night, scratches all down my back to keep it right on.
Hey.
Good evening.
Hey.
Welcome to the show.
How you doing?
Good. How are you? How's everybody
I'm
doing
good.
tonight? It's to be a good night.
It's gonna be a really good night.
You look at your shirt; it looks red.
I know. Isn't that funky?
That's pretty
That
cool.
green.
I like that.
You like that?
That is cool. Hopefully, everybody had a safe and wonderful 4th of July weekend.
Yeah, I hope
Hopefully, everybody still has all their fingers and toes.
so. Let's hope so.
What are you doing?
I'm trying to find the show so I can, if anybody is not
Do
blue.
we need to end the live and start it again?
We might need to.
Because I don't know what the hell you're doing over there.
I'm trying to find. Never mind. If you don't get blue tonight, you don't get blue.
Is it not popping up on you?
No. It's all good.
Did you go to our channel?
What do I look like?
Well, you still got some blonde in that hair.
Oh, that's so wrong. That's just rude. That's so rude.
Well, if you saw the thumbnail, we got hijacked tonight.
We did.
This is not going to be our show tonight. We were actually going to be guests on our own show.
On our own show. We are.
So we were supposed to be on Edge Panic's show last night. We were having some StreamYard difficulties.
His StreamYard was acting a fool.
So we all of us got logged off, and Angie reached out to him and said, "Look, let's we don't have a guest lined up for tomorrow night, so let's try to go."
I didn't say that.
Well,
because that would have been rude.
No, but we didn't have a guest lined up, and so you reached out to him, and said, "Hey, let's try it on ours, and you can go ahead and interview us." I'll tell you what, you got some attitude tonight. Oh my gosh. I'm just going to sit here and be quiet.
No.
Get that look off your face.
What look is that?
Good Lord.
I'm just looking at you like.
It'll be a long night.
It's not. It's not.
You see, you still got that look. Is it because you don't have your contacts in and you can't see me? Or you just give me that look?
No, I don't have my contacts in.
Right.
I can halfway. You're close, so we're good.
So that's why you're looking at me, because you can see me clearly, and you're giving me that look.
No, you handsome.
No, that is not what it is.
That is it. In a nutshell.
Again, welcome. It's to be a little different. It's to be a different show tonight. Excited for it. As we've said in the past, we hardly ever get to go on other people's podcasts. Last time we said it, More Forge had us on right away and put us in the hot seat.
Love them.
So,
I love them.
We're to do it again tonight. We want to welcome the replay crew who's to come in and watch this after we finish our live.
We've not been doing really good lately at getting our lives scheduled and getting them out there. Even when I have the guests all lined up for the next 3 or 4 weeks.
Well, I tell you, it was 4th of July weekend.
It was
but
rough.
we stayed busy around
the
here.
whole time. Yeah.
We did 100% working on it. We're still not complete. 100% tub change. Pulling all cocoa, putting brand new cocoa in. I think we've had
moving girls.
We've went through 250 pounds of cocoa already.
And that's just in one room.
And we're still going. So we're still. It's taking a lot of time, but they'll be happy. Getting ready to start feeding them pretty heavy for the upcoming 25 season.
Yeah.
hatching, cutting eggs. Got babies in the incubator.
Yeah.
5 clutches in the rack. We're going. They'll probably start putting them. We'll probably start putting them on Morph Market probably sometime this week.
Yeah.
They might not be ready yet, but we're gonna go ahead and get them out on Morph Market so you guys can see what we have.
They might still need a couple meals before they go out the door.
Yeah, but we're gonna get them on.
We'll get
Let
'em.
you guys see what they are, and if you guys want to purchase them, you know, if of course we're gonna have to make sure they get the 5 meals in first.
Absolutely.
All right. Before we get hijacked, because I know our hijacker is backstage right now, and he's ready to.
He's ready to take the show on.
I feel like I'm almost like in an electric chair right now because I know questions are to be fired at us. I'm ready for them.
We're ready for it. We've got this. We're ready.
Yeah, I know Jose. He got stuck in traffic, but he is here. He's backstage waiting to come out and hijack us.
Waiting on us to tell everybody, hey.
So let's get through the comments real quick. First and foremost,
Our buddy
as
Mike.
always, Big Mike. Big Mike had his first clutch this weekend.
I know. I
So
was
that
so
is
excited.
awesome. Absolutely awesome. I can't wait. Hopefully you do an egg cutting video. I can't wait to see the babies. So Mike, thank you for coming in. You already know who's number 2.
Father Don.
Father Don D.
That beautiful man.
Yeah. Now our father right there, Low Life
Papa.
Exotics. That's
Pops.
Papa.
Yep, that's Pops.
Papa Thomas.
Papa Thomas. Yep.
And then Stan, a
I
brother
tell
right there.
You can't get any better.
Yeah. Good Florida people right there. You got Stan, Sea of Serpents. Brian with Heathen Hatchery. Welcome.
good to
Thank you
see
for
you.
stopping in tonight. We got Mr. Sammy Vargas, the fisherman. I'm not going to call him Mafia Man anymore.
He's the fisherman.
He's the fisherman. He was a fishing fool this weekend.
He really
wasn't
was. There was pictures to prove it.
Yep.
Pictures and video.
And video.
Yes.
All right. Then we got Brother Ken all the way up in
Hey.
Pennsylvania.
Good to see you, brother.
So, thank you for stopping in.
I tell you what, Stan's in there greeting everybody.
Yeah.
Can't beat
Yeah.
it. Can't beat it.
Preschool Granny. There's your
There's
girl.
my sis. I love you, girl. Miss you.
Tatum's Exotic Reptiles, as always, they are in the background tonight running. They'll be running the chat for Jose. Not for us. We're to be sitting back. We're to be cuffed up. I mean, we'll probably have blindfolds on.
Taking the hard questions.
Yep.
That's right.
So
That's family running the chat back there. Family running the chat on the front lines with Stan and family in the back.
we got Will with 217 Pythons.
217.
Welcome. Thank you for stopping in.
Are we missing
Kiki.
Hey, girl.
Welcome. Thank you for coming in tonight.
Love you,
I
sweetie.
think her and Preschool Granny, they're wanting to see us in the hot seat.
They're wanting to see us in the hot seat.
They want to see us squirm a little bit.
I have been missing from the crime channels lately.
And this is my girl Banana, Miss Banana Fields. Welcome. We got the party going on because Ben is here.
Banna's got the party going.
Candy Reptiles. Welcome.
K&D.
Thank you. And we can't wait to get you guys on the show.
We can't wait to get you on the show.
Mr. Patrick, Macomorphs.
Good to see
Welcome.
you, Patrick.
Thank you for stopping in tonight.
You know,
Every time I see Macomorphs, I think of his beard.
He's got a nice long beard.
It's beautiful.
He's got
beard.
a nice beard.
Yeah. Ball game. Welcome.
Oh, good
Thank
to
you
see
for stopping in.
Oh, thank you. Getting it ready for summer. Tired of the hot hair.
And we got the grand champion, Mr. Casey, with Goff's Reptiles Creation.
Hopefully the girl's doing good.
Yeah, saw the pictures after she shed out. She looks beautiful.
I hate to, I can't see
But
nothing.
we got our beautiful girl, Ashley.
She's
Tatum
in the
Exotic
back.
Reptiles. She's the one actually backstage around the chat And I don't know what Kyle's doing back there. Hey, who knows what he's doing? And then we got our family Texas made morphs.
Nathan and Raven. Can't wait to see y'all this fall.
I tell you, the year's moving.
I know.
I mean, we only got a couple months left.
I know.
What are we in
ready.
July?
We're in
August,
July.
2 months.
Yeah,
2 months we'll be back
couple
down
months
in
we'll
Texas.
be down there.
So awesome.
Hitting the moonshine.
We got Miguel, perfectly engineered reptiles. It's another one we can't wait to get on the show. So it's to be a good show talking to Miguel. Thank you for stopping in. And if you guys haven't checked out his YouTube and his Instagram, make sure you go over there. He's been picking up some fire lately. I'm not saying he didn't have fire prior to these last pickups. He's picking up some hot stuff. So
yeah,
make sure you guys go
really
check out
stuff.
Miguel over there.
We're not missing anybody. Are
Philip, what's going on,
we?
Philip?
Good to see you. That's strictly. We've been talking in IG.
In IG.
Yes.
And I don't do IG, so some
Yeah.
of these names I'm not familiar
We've been
with.
talking. He already hit me up to find out when the show was on.
Okay, awesome. So thank you for coming over to the YouTube side of things and checking us out over here.
Absolutely. Let's not miss anybody.
Michaela, welcome, Michaela. Thank you for coming in. Oh, look at the beautiful baby in that picture.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Did you miss the Python portal?
Well,
Right
where am I?
above?
Oh, Python Portal. I'm sorry, I did miss. There you go. Thank you for coming in.
You.
All
I'm
City
telling
Serpents with James. Welcome. Thank you. Hopefully everybody's having an amazing night. Hopefully everybody had a good Monday. I know I was tired today. I was tired all day today.
It's that kind of day.
Yeah. There's our Kike Boza Reptiles. Welcome.
Kike, good to see you, brother.
And then right underneath him is my redheaded ginger
That's-
chef.
That's your love. Yep.
I love that, man.
Don D gonna fight you.
All right, we are.
Are we caught up?
We're caught up.
Okay.
As people come in, as always, Ashley will go ahead and pop them up so we can say hi. And are you ready to get hijacked?
I'm ready to get hijacked. I just want to say to my crime family, I love y'all. I miss y'all. I've been training people. It's been crazy, but I'm coming back. Don't you worry.
All right, let's get hijacked.
Let's get hijacked.
Look, so we're turning the show over to Jose with EOP Edge of Panic Ball Pythons. This is his show tonight. He is running this show, and here he is. Can he not hear us?
Can he not hear?
Can you hear us? Nope.
Nope.
Okay.
Good. We'll
Okay,
get it.
I'm done.
We'll get it.
He's already trying to silence us.
Is that what it is?
That's what he's trying to silence us. He said, "It's my damn show. You talk when I say you can talk."
Y'all better back off.
Nope.
Hey, James.
All right. Do you want to try to work on it for a second? Okay.
Okay.
We're gonna put him backstage real quick. Okay. Can you hear us? Okay, we're gonna put him backstage real quick. We'll let him work on it. I'm gonna watch him out of the corner of my eye down here.
Okay.
When you're ready, go ahead and give me the thumbs up. We'll bring you back on.
Sounds good.
All right.
Sounds good.
All right. Did anybody else stop in? Python Portal. James, you said hi to James. JNS Exotics.
Yes.
Welcome. Thank you for stopping in. All right. So before Jose can come on, what do you want to talk about? I tell you, it's been an exciting season so far.
So far, the clutches that are coming
Are fire. They're
yeah.
on point. We have a freeway / Mardi Gras / who knows Calico.
It's
They're shedding out right now. They're looking beautiful, nice and orange. We had our leopard fire axis female that went to our het red exanic. We cut that clutch the other day. They're coming out, and come to find out, looks like she's possibly yellow belly. We did get an all white snake because the axis is in the yellow belly complex. We got another, it looks like an ivoryish type snake, but has leopard in it. So if you've seen the leopard ivories, absolutely gorgeous. And then we got
it's fire looking.
Another handful of just beautiful snakes. Jose, can you hear us? Okay, I think he's still working on it.
Stan, we wish we were brother. We're not gonna make it this year.
Yeah. We might make it next year though. We got some things that are kind of in the mix or in the plans. We're not to give a definite answer, but it looks like we might be able to make it next year. And if we do make it next year, we'll probably be vending the show. So if we're not vending, we're still to try to make it, but it's
your
not
little
a definite
ginger
yet.
snap says he knows what you can talk about. I'm afraid with Shep. I did.
From Shep?
From Shep.
You did?
Yes.
Did you really?
Yes, I did.
Was it behind closed doors?
From Shep? Yes, it was.
We can't be talking about that because Miss Bailey's on right now, and you better watch your P's and Q's.
I will watch my P's and Q's. You know, I love Chris and Ashley and Bailey. Did you miss? Let's see. Shauna Kana is in.
Shauna Kana is in there. She is right there. Shauna Kana. And okay, so yes, so clutches. We got another clutch in there? Do we? We got three clutches. So we did we were trying to make some triple hits this year.
Well, we did make some.
Well, we got some quad hits in that. But we did a triple hit pairing. It was a hypo to a Xanac clown. Start with 9 eggs. This clutch has given us problems
from the
get-go. Start with 9 eggs. I think we lost 2 or 3 right off the bat.
Right away.
Cut 5 or 6.
We love you too, Shep.
What did we cut? 5 or 6 eggs, I think.
We cut 6. We now have 3 babies.
And there's 3 left. We were thinking it's actually a Partho clutch. Because all of them look hypo. And only the mom had hypo. I have not sexed them yet. No. They're sitting in the incubator getting ready to shed out.
Yeah.
But it looks like it might be a Partho clutch. And if it is, then they're just going to be hypo.
The NR Mandarin clutch. Questions on the NR Mandarin?
We have two NR Mandarin clutches out right now. The first one was the pinstripe pastel vanilla Mandarin double het DG hypos.
She's a super.
And she turned out to be super.
She threw
all those babies are all Mandarin. And then the other one was a pastel NR Mandarin het clown to a GHI clown.
Yeah.
We hit 3 or 4 Mandarins in that. We hit 2 GHI clowns. We hit a GHI clown, a pastel GHI clown. We're waiting for them to get a little bit bigger because we're starting to see a little bit of oranges in them, but right now I don't want to say that they're Mandarin GHI clowns yet.
Right.
We want to look at them a little closer and let them get a little bit bigger. Jose, can you hear us? Okay. All right, I'm gonna bring him back out, and we'll see if we got audio.
We good.
We good?
There we go.
No audio.
No audio.
Okay. Okay, we're gonna let him.
Mike Smith is in.
Ah, Mike.
He's one of our buddies from Facebook.
Did you say Constrictly Business already?
Yes.
Okay, Constrictly Business. Thanks for
that was
checking.
Philip.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, no audio. The video's good. If you want to put up some flashcards and we can answer questions. There you go.
There you go. Why is this? I have no.
We can see you, but actually no audio whatsoever.
Why does it only say 2 people are watching?
Okay. So we're gonna throw you backstage again real quick, let you kind of work on it, see if we can get that going. All right. I don't know, Miss Donahue. Next clutch. So the next clutch that we're bringing out is, and I think I talked about this a few episodes ago. We put this pairing together because I wanted to try to prove out some hypo.
That's Jote. He helped you on TikTok.
Oh yes, I remember Jote.
See, you do TikTok, so I don't.
Yes. Okay.
See?
And you told me that last week too. You said that's Jote.
And then I forgot.
And then we forgot again.
Well, it's our age.
Let's blame it on that.
It's our age.
So yeah, just wanted to prove out some hypo. So it was a butter leopard pos het hypo, and I put her to a pied het hypo, not knowing, and I don't know why I didn't even think about this, because everything's to be 100% het pied. Why would you make butter het pieds? Because if you make a butter pied, there'd be a white snake. So trying to prove out the hypo. So that's the next clutch that we're cutting. We cut our albino clutch.
We did.
The blackhead black pastel acid hit albino to our albino.
Yes.
We hit one old gener. We hit, I think, 3 albinos.
Do you want me to grab anything?
If you want to.
You have great music on TikTok. Look at you.
Well, thank you.
Look at you go.
I know. Thanks to TikTok for providing that music. I mean, yeah, I just gotta type in the genre I like and just.
I'll grab anything. Do you want to see some of the ones that just shed?
Sure. I'm sure people would like to see that. It's about time you do something around here.
Let me know where.
I see Jose backed out, so maybe he'll be back in. Hypopide has definitely grown on me. I work both, but not in combo. Yeah, so when we bought the pied het hypo male, that's what the the intentions was to make hypopides. We have visual hypopides here. We have a hypo girl that's 100% het pied that should be ready next year. We might need to turn off that light.
You want me to turn it off here?
Huh?
You take this and I'll turn off lights.
Okay. So we're still identifying these. So this clutch here was the super asphalt to a inchy calico yellow belly. I believe inchy calico yellow belly.
I can grab that.
So of course we got calico here. Let's see.
Did you say hypo?
She's hypo or het hypo. I think she's hypo. So they're 100% het hypo.
I don't know if you can see that one.
Oh yeah. She's
She's
hypo. He's het hypo. So that one there is a.
Can you?
Is a
closer.
What looks like possibly inchy, possibly calico highway hypo or freeway hypo. But it's got a lot of whites on the side. And the dorsal stripes really pulled up. So that's why I'm thinking inchy. But this is the only hypo that we hit in this clutch. Like I said, oops, I'm trying to get my fingers out of the way. I don't know if that's the calico pulling up. But hopefully so.
Okay.
This one here, of course, everything's asphalt because it was a super asphalt. I'm seeing some popcorning coming up, possibly some calico stuff.
Where's your little face?
Inchy, probably most likely inchy with the oranges coming in on it. We'll definitely have to have this is our first asphalt clutch, so we're definitely to have some people look at these. See, I'm seeing calico in this too. I don't know if that's just me.
Here's another freeway.
This is the freeway. It looks possibly inchy again. Freeway without the hypo. Now, your freeways, if someone can answer, do your freeways have that calico look, or is that calico? Because the hypo one has the same exact markings.
This one has not shed yet, but look at the orange on that tail.
Okay. And like Angie said, this one hasn't shed yet. But there's definitely calico in this one. Without a doubt. I mean, you can see it even pre-shed. So, yeah. So it's a beautiful clutch.
It is a gorgeous
Like
clutch.
I said, first time working asphalts, so we're still trying to learn, what the asphalt does. I mean, I understand it's asphalt or yellow belly, complex type thing. Still trying to learn what they do. I've seen freeways with and without the side patterning. Okay. So, is it calico or is the side patterning just, part of that freeway? Angie's over there digging into the incubator. But we were ready to be in the hot seat tonight. I see Jose's backed out completely.
You
So
want to show off one of the little?
so this was the pastel mandarin het clown to the GHI clown. This is the pastel GHI clown, and in the flaming, and I don't know, like I said, it's still real light. GHI and mandarin are not the best combos. Mandarin works good in a lot of the darker genes, but for some reason it does not work real well in the GHI. So hopefully, if this is mandarin, hopefully we'll get some oranges up into the flaming.
There's oranges coming up.
And then on the dorsal stripe, there's actually some oranges coming in. So that's the pastel GHI clown, possible mandarin. I'm holding it. There we go. And I don't think these are het for anything else. I think it was just a clown pairing. Oh, Jose's back in.
Have we got it?
I'd say no Cali because no real popcorning or side white. Okay. Great pattern, very nice. Thank you. In the regular,
You want the regular?
regular GHI clown is just as beautiful. Of course, a lot of people don't like the pastel into clowns because as they get older, but they're beautiful as babies. And then here's just your GHI clown, and I'm starting to see a little more oranges in this one, especially in the head stamp. There's a lot of oranges in that head stamp right there. So we're hoping this has mandarin in it.
We're going to be producing clowns this year.
Yeah. You want to show our new pickup real quick before we bring Jose out?
The hall?
Did we move him across the hall?
Oh, the new one from Kittinger?
Yes. So we did. We got a new pickup this week from Kittinger. Thank you, Kittinger. Thank you, D's Exotics, Chris with D's Exotics. So this one is a inchy DG clown that's 50% het hypo. He just shed out. He'll be put into the rotation this year. So inchy DG clown, 50% het hypo.
Brittany's in. Hey, girl.
So he's gorgeous. All right. Okay, I see Jose's backstage. Our Alabama girl. We're going to give it a try one more time. I'll let Angie get back here. We'll turn the ring light back on. And we are ready to answer some questions.
Are we good?
Let's bring them on out. Jeremy's in. Welcome, brother. Hopefully the barbecue went well this weekend. Hopefully everybody had a good time. Everybody was safe. And let's bring Edge of Panic. This is his show. So take it away, Jose.
Can you hear me?
We can hear you.
Good deal.
Do you have any idea how long I spent trying to figure out how to? So my camera was working, but my mic wasn't. Then my mic was working. Then my camera. Hold on. Can you hear me? I hear an
We
echo.
had
Do you hear an echo?
no.
Okay, good. So one was working, the other one was working. I can hear you guys, but you guys couldn't hear me. Then I couldn't hear you. Oh man, it was such a mess. I promise it. I don't even know how this happened. You know how I fixed it? So I told you guys in text. I called Stream or I chatted with StreamYard to try to figure it out, and they said try another browser. That was their fix. Try Firefox. That's not what it was. So I ended up having to go into the settings of the mic itself.
Really?
Change it to allow permissions. And I don't know how permissions were blocked.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, long. So painful.
You know, it's I guess I could have told you that already because we had the same issues one night. And I could have said, "Hey, check your settings."
He set me up. So I've had this issue before, but I've taken care of it fairly easy. This time it was like, man, I was doing everything when it was not working.
Well, we got you loud and clear now. Everything's
We're ready
good to go.
Either way, I appreciate it. Okay, so let's start off. So everyone knows I usually do this on my channel. We're on their channel. They have allowed me to come on and interview them because I was having problems. So 100, I appreciate it. I appreciate it.
Oh, absolutely.
Because so I'll tell you the reason why I'm doing this. I want to give people a good foundation on how to navigate the married or partnered in the reptile industry, right? Because
you picked the wrong couple here. Then
there's a strong I'm getting the sense of that right now. So to be able to give people kind of things to look out for in their future endeavors when they're going in, it's already hard enough being a either married couple or just even a partnered couple in the outside of the industry. And then you add the snakes and reptiles, everything on top of it, it makes it that much more difficult, right?
Yeah.
So I guess just give us a synopsis of how long you guys been together, when the reptiles showed up, and then how you guys have kind of, in a quick synopsis, how you guys have been throughout.
Okay. 160 years?
No, it's 220.
Wow.
Years.
Is it 220?
Yeah, we've been together 220 years.
Nice.
Yeah, we don't even age.
We finally hit a groove.
That's a blink of an eye, right?
It went like that.
Yeah, we're coming up on 9, almost 10 years we've been together.
Yeah.
Both of us second marriages. Well, third for me, I guess.
So you guys are currently married.
We are married, yes.
And have been married for 9 years.
To each other.
Yes. No. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Good distinction. You guys have been married 9 years to each other.
Yeah.
Good call.
Yeah.
Well, I hope my wife ain't watching this.
Third time's a charm.
Right.
I blocked her from the channel.
Yes. Yeah. So previously been married. We met online, like most couples do nowadays, did the online dating. We knew what we wanted. We were both up in our upper ages of our.
We were in our 40s.
We were in our 40s. We knew what we wanted.
We knew what we wanted. So we didn't mess around a lot.
Right. Got married fairly quick.
We did.
And then right after we got married, we got into ball pythons.
Yeah.
And it was initially for her birthday. I was, and everybody that's been with us has heard this story. I was deathly afraid of snakes when we got into it. I love looking at them through the glass, but her as a ex-school teacher who had educational programs come in, she used to handle snakes all the time, and I knew she could handle them and take care of them while I got to
enjoy the
to enjoy
beauty.
them through the glass.
You got to enjoy the beauty of it.
And once we got the first ball python, it just took off from there. And I know you have some questions, so I'm going to kind of leave some of this out because some of your questions will cover
It may be,
rest of the story.
Sure. Hold on. I'm gonna be taking notes while you guys are talking, okay? because this happens inevitably every single time. I have questions in my head, and I'm listening and talk, and I want to be an active listener, and I forget about the question that I asked.
Right. Yeah.
So, as an active listener, I want to be a good active listener, and I don't want to be forgetting things. So
you've been through a lot of communication classes, haven't you?
I've some, I don't know. They make you go through a bunch of BS classes in college anyway, right? Okay, I'll give you an idea. Sorry, off topic, but I took a multicultural studies class on hip hop.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Whoever needs that though.
That's interesting. It's interesting though.
For sure, it's interesting, and I like the class. I guess I'd use it on Jeopardy or something like.
Right. That's kind of like me when I was in college. I took badminton. I took golf.
Yeah.
I mean,
who knows? You might be a badminton master.
Right,
we
right.
don't know. We don't know.
Yeah. Let's play badminton one year, in my backyard, and I'm going to whoop your ass. How about that?
I could play. So I had a pretty bad badminton accident one time. We were playing front to back, not side to side.
Uh-huh.
And I was coming back. They were coming forward, and they hit the birdie and a bang right in the nose. Oof. Yeah.
Oh man.
Concussed. So how long have you guys been in the snakes?
Since 2016.
Oh yeah, quite a bit.
Yeah.
So you guys got in the snakes right around the time, maybe just after, but we got in the snakes about the same time.
Okay. Yep. And it started off as a hobby, just as one, and then of course it grew to 20 in a matter of a couple months.
Yeah.
And
then after that, it's. I mean, do you count?
Yeah, but then it was watching the YouTube videos
Mm-hmm.
and watching these people breeding and egg cutting, and we were like, man, we can do this. We can do this, and then it kind of started that way, and then.
That's when the bug bit.
Mm-hmm.
Is when we started seeing what, not necessarily that we wanted to create what other people were creating, because we've always been about, let's create what we think is beautiful for us, not what everybody else is trying to chase, because we always say chase your dreams, not anybody else's.
Mm-hmm.
And that's been our thing from the beginning. But that bug bit, and we were off and running with wanting to produce something beautiful.
Yeah.
And that's how it happens, right? The possibilities of what you can think of.
Right.
Yeah.
It could possibly come out on the snake. Yeah. That's always the interesting part. That's always what it is, a bug, because it's what keeps us interested, right?
Right.
Right. Searching for that carrot.
Yeah. And Angie says every year, we do egg cuttings. Every egg cutting is like Christmas. It's like a Christmas present. You have no idea what's in that egg until you cut it.
Yeah. And I don't want that feeling to ever go away, that it's that much excitement every single time.
Mm-hmm. I agree. I'd love eggs hatching. I'd love eggs hatching. I actually have a clutch in the incubator now that will be ready by Friday.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Thank you. What was that? Go for it.
Kitty and Dee said we produce some amazing animals. So
Oh no, we're gonna get there. I have a list of. Oh no, that'd be somewhere in the middle. So you guys have kids?
We have 5.
Yeah. So our kids, they're all grown. They're all out of the house. So nice. With that being said, all the spare bedrooms have been turned into snake rooms.
Yeah.
So
there's a plus.
One bedroom is nothing but the females. And then another bedroom is the males and the hatchlings and the incubator. And then part of her office is all the boas and bloods.
Nice.
and then the
And
retic,
the retic, the Burmese, the Gila monster,
the carpet
the
python.
carpet python.
Yeah.
Oh, so
They're all in my
you guys, how many species total do you guys have?
We're over 400.
How many different?
Oh, how many species? Over
Animals.
400. No.
Oh, jeez.
Boas, bloods, carpet,
Retic,
rattlesnake, retic, berm,
Burmese.
Gila monster, balls.
This is about an 8, 9.
Yeah, eight,
and 9 right
9-ish.
now.
Nice.
Green tree python, so
Yeah.
9, something like that.
What's your favorite?
I'm particular to ball pythons. I mean, that's what got me out of the fear. I love what you can do with them. You know, there's so many different morphs out there that you can mix and so I'm impartial to ball pythons.
You love the ball pythons. My favorite, and I love the ball pythons. I love all of them, but my favorite would be my retic. He's my baby.
Hey, so I'm not that well versed. I haven't looked at retics. How big do retics get?
18, 20
18
ish.
to 20 feet.
Yeah, fuck that. Yep. Good for you guys. Good for you guys.
He's going on what, 2 years old now?
He's 2 years old. Yeah.
And he's probably he's probably somewhere between 10 and 12 feet.
12,
now.
yeah.
Nice.
So
Yeah,
but
that's yeah,
he's
that's
not real thick
Yeah.
right now. He's still, you know.
Yeah, he's lean and mean.
Yeah, but
He's not mean though. He's a
No.
sweetheart.
Yeah.
But
They don't get terribly thick, do they? They're not anywhere close to a ball python, or are they?
they're not as thick as our Burmese. She's a girthy.
Yeah.
She's a girthy girl. She likes a little
Yeah.
meat on her bones.
But yeah, I mean they can get super thick.
Yeah, we just don't feed the real huge meals. They get enough to make them full, but we don't we're not into the pigs or
No
anything.
power feeding,
No power
no.
feeding. We tried a small pig on him, and he was like, "I ain't touching it." So
no power feeding on the retics. Yeah, you have to. So tell me if this analogy is wrong, but if you look at ball pythons and retics, would be something like a size-wise a bully versus a Great Dane, where you have to do different things with the Great Dane. Like you can't have Great Danes jumping in and out of a cars before they're 2 years old, kind of thing.
Yeah.
I know they don't jump.
So with the retics, is that if you feed them real heavy, it
shortens their lifespan.
It's hard on their intestines. It's hard on their heart. So we do. They get extra large rats every 2 to 3 weeks, just to kind of keep a constant food in them. We can feed them a pig and feed them once a month, but we do extra large rats and just feed them every 2 to 3 weeks, and really no set schedule. We fed them last week, so we'll take the week off. If we feed them the following next week, he'll take. But if we don't feed him, he'll be just fine, and he'll feed the third week. So
yeah, and I feel that eat with ball pythons, smaller meals, within shorter periods of time, is probably better than bigger meals with more periods of time in between.
right,
Yes.
right.
That way you get. I heard Rich from Capital City was talking about the creatures of habit, right? We want to create habits of eating, and not just whenever you want to eat.
Our daughter Ashley with Pipstalkers. So we have a little kitten called 8 Ball. It said if 8 Ball keeps his shit up, he could still be reading food.
He's a
Easy.
pistol.
Yeah, he's just a little kitten, and he's a spitfire.
He is.
I mean, 24/7 he's moving and jumping and climbing,
And he has no fear of anything. He will you open up their enclosure and he'll want to go right up to it and you're like, let's not put that in the way. That's not a good choice.
That's funny. Yeah. And kids are like that, right? They got 9 lives because they be testing people.
Oh yeah.
They test every day.
Every day. Okay, so let's start. So I want to start with the 3 things that that you guys would. It's more like, if you think about it, giving advice to new couples in the industry to maybe look out for this or look out for this, or how you dealt with this or how you dealt with that.
Right. Okay.
Let's start with the one.
The first one I would say is set goals.
Absolutely.
It's set short-term goals and long-term goals, and we did that. We've met every goal. We've moved on to some new goals that we're shooting for now.
But always have that in your mind that you're shooting for something, or you'll get discouraged. And I think that's been an important thing for us. We said we were going to do this in this amount of time, and for example, we said when we started out, we're going to vend an NARBC in 5 years from the time that we started actual breeding, because we had to wait for our little hatchlings that we started with to grow up. From the time we said 5 years, we're going to be doing the NARBCs. We've met that goal. So now we're making more goals for ourselves.
Yeah.
And it's just something for us personally to shoot for. And we don't tell everybody, hey, that needs to be your goal, or get you this or get you that, because we want everybody to make their own way, their own
to
path.
mold their own way.
Yeah.
But so first one I would say is set goals, short and long-term goals.
Do you guys think you guys started off in the whole venture of reptiles with setting goals? Or was that something that you guys had to work into?
No, pretty much right away. Once we realized that that's what we wanted to do, was go into the breeding side of it instead of just a hobby side of it, we immediately started setting goals.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, and that makes sense. And I would add to that, because I used to be a personal trainer and I used to teach people on these goals, right? Is you need smaller attainable goals that are easy, that you feel good, that get you to the long-term goal. Because 5 years is far, right?
Yeah.
And you'll get real discouraged at year 1, year and a half, 2, 3, right? But if you have a goal for year 1, okay, cool, I hit it, we're moving forward, it's progress, right? That's something I would add. But yes, I agree. Goals. 100%. Okay, set goals.
Yeah.
What are you guys' goals? What were you guys' goals starting off?
So starting off was really getting our social media up and going.
Okay.
We run a gamut. We run YouTube, we run Instagram, we run TikTok, we run Facebook. And then there were some smaller ones that we started, and I can't even remember what they're called now, but we kind of went away from those. Our four main ones are what I mentioned. Angie runs the Facebook and the Instagram, and I run the YouTube and TikTok. And so that was one of the goals. A short-term goal was to get our social media going. And again, with us we're in our 50s now. Yeah. It's
you
hard.
Don't say.
It's hard.
I was gonna say 24, 25 maybe.
And we're not tech savvy, so us getting that Instagram, pushing that out there so that we can get a following, and pushing that TikTok, because we had no idea. I was messaging people in Instagram going, hey, if you could just show me how you did this, I can start doing that too, and I'd really appreciate any help you could give me. We have kids. One of our kids is a marketing and business graduate. Does he help us? No, God love him, he does not.
Good looking out.
Right.
I'm like, what did I pay for college for? Come
Yeah.
on, man.
But he will come over and make us a mixed drink
He
if
will
we
make
need
drinks.
one.
He's a heck of a bartender.
But yeah,
I mean-
so that was one of the short term, kind of immediate type goals, was to get the social medias up and moving.
And get our name out there. And I didn't care how we did it. I bought stickers. I bought magnets.
Yep.
I had t-shirts. I wanted to get our name out in front of people so that when we started producing the things that we're producing, people would say, hey, I remember that name. I remember that logo. They've got some fire coming. So that was like a huge thing for us, was to just get our name in front of people so that they would know who we were.
And even before we started producing, we had started breeding, but we were hitting the big shows. We were hitting Tinley. We were hitting, it was Arlington at the time. We were hitting Arlington, St. Louis. I mean, we were Schaumburg. We were hitting these shows, and like Angie said, we were trying to get our name out there. We were handing out stickers. We were handing out shirts, and it. So
hold on one second. So hitting the shows, do you mean vending the shows or just attending?
Attending at first.
Okay.
Yep,
And then handing out your merch when you attend?
Oh,
Right.
yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
yeah, and then the 5-year goal was to actually vend those shows.
Oh, at the end of 5 years was your vending. Okay.
Right.
Makes sense.
Right. Yeah.
Dang, you want to vend Tinley in 5, huh?
Well, yeah, we got Tinley tables
we have
this year.
Tinley tables this year.
Nice. Good for
Yeah.
you. Good job. Yeah, congrats. That's actually huge, right?
Yeah,
Yes.
I mean, I really can't think of another show that would probably be bigger than Tinley. You have a lot of the Dallas / Arlington. You got
St.
Daytona.
Louis.
St. Louis is a smaller NARBC, but then you have the Super Show. Out in Anaheim. You got that, and that's kind of one of our other goals, is to get out to Anaheim and vend that show out there, and so it's
There's still goals to be met.
Yeah,
For
so,
sure. There's all.
yeah.
If you hit all your goals, there's a problem.
yeah, you need to stop doing what you're doing, because it's not.
Just make some more goals. Sheesh.
Yeah.
Easy, right?
Yeah, Triple T, son's an electrician, had to call someone else to. Yeah, that's the way your kids operate.
Yeah.
That's the way ours do. God love them.
Yeah,
So goals being number one. All right.
goals being number one.
What would be number 2? A pain point that you would give advice to newcomers in the industry?
Business wise is, and we did not do this, but since we've done it, it's been a great asset. It's helped out. Once you go from that hobbyist going to, hey, this is going to be a business. You need to get your LLC or whatever type. If you're to become a business.
Yeah.
But then you need to separate your business from your personal finances. You need to go business account. You need to go, everything to the left to the business, and then keep your personal stuff on the personal side.
Yeah.
I would say that's another huge thing that you need to do.
Yeah.
So how is there a timeline that's better than others in that scenario? Like, do you want to do it? Like, how would people know that there's that cutover? Are you going from hobbyist to? Is that just a mentality thing, or is that?
I would say,
In your opinion, anyway. Right?
I would say when you start using, I can't give a percentage. When you start using your personal finances, and it's taken away from
Your general household needs.
Your household needs.
Right.
Yeah.
That's probably when you need to say, look, okay, we need to go finance side for the business, and we need to keep our personal finances
Yeah,
in
so that
this.
you're not running yourself short over on your personal side, and your business is suffering because of it, and your household is suffering because of it.
Yeah.
I mean, that's
Yeah.
never, and we waited late in the game to get the business side, so everything was coming. Like, fortunately, we both still work full-time jobs, so we had both of our finances coming in.
Where we could use
We
our
could
personal
use our
finances.
personal, so we were able to do that for a while. But at some point, if you're doing this as a business, you want your business to start paying for itself. That way, you're not taking money from your household to feed your snakes. You're not taking money from your household to feed your rats or anything like that, because you don't want to run yourself short over here to do something over here. And so we made the mistake of not doing that. And I would tell people that, hey, the minute you decide that this is going to be what you want to do, and this is going to be a business for you, get that business bank account open. I don't care if you just have $25 in it, that you can start, once you do the shows, and start throwing money back over into that, and you don't have to use your personal, your goals right there.
Because we know that's a huge problem in regular households, right? Is money.
Right.
And then you throw this kind of money into it. That's why people don't tell their spouses about what they're buying.
Right. Exactly. I mean, and it's funny you mention that, because, the first few months, first year or so, we were buying up to, I don't know, maybe $1,000 snake. Right. And we could handle that. Okay. Maybe $1,000 snake when we first started. We had to do a payment plan, and we got it paid off immediately. Well, now you're talking, now you're starting to buy snakes up into, $10,000, $5,000 to $10,000 snakes, and if your partner doesn't know about it and you just go out and spend that money, and she was like, well, we were supposed to pay taxes this month. Oh shit.
Right.
So,
yeah. And that's what happens. And it happens more often than not, right? Where it's like one of the sayings is, I would rather ask for forgiveness and ask for what was
yeah.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah. Why am I missing that word?
And ask for permission.
Permission. It's better to ask for forgiveness and ask for permission. Yes. And I'm like, yeah, that's a terrible way to live, right? Like, wouldn't you want the other person to be on board with what you're doing?
Yeah.
So I'll give you a little bit about my background. So I was with my kid's mom for 16 years. Never married.
Okay.
But we lived together. We lived a married life.
Mm-hmm.
She detested the snakes and anything I did with the reptiles. So there was a clear distinction between me and the reptiles and us.
Mm-hmm.
There was no happy medium, not even a happy medium. The reptiles were mine, pets were mine, and then she was separate. So it caused a lot of friction. Right. And then there was this whole thing. I didn't hide anything from her, but I was going to buy what I was going to buy.
Yeah.
So it's kind of this whole thing. So seeing people actually work through this dynamic and being able to figure it out and being able to do it constructively and progress forward, like that's a wonderful thing to see, right? And it takes a lot of work, and what people don't understand. That's what I'm trying to do with this series, is at least show people that it's possible, and then expose people to what other people have gone through to possibly help them in their own shape.
And I would say 99% of our purchases were combined purchases, where we sat down and talked about them.
But tell them we purchase things. We purchase snakes for each other for gifts.
Yeah.
Birthdays, anniversaries, Christmas.
Yeah. Oh, I would hate that.
All of those things we purchase for each other.
Yeah.
And so
Hold on. Pause right there. Keep that thought. But do you guys give each other a list of snakes that you guys are looking at?
we know what
Okay.
each other likes and what each other is working on, even though we have.
And we know what projects we're
Yeah.
working on.
Okay.
So it's always easy to buy gifts for him because it's a snake, and it's always easy to buy for me because it's a snake.
Yeah,
That's what I say too. It's easy to buy for me.
Yeah. And I know there's going to be a series of questions, and I said earlier that, you know, I'm going to kind of cut this story short because it's going to lead into another series of questions that you're going to have for us. But yeah, so 99% of our purchases have been combined purchases, knowing what projects we work, so we know that this snake will fit into that project.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yep.
He has told me no before.
I have. I literally have told her no before.
And I have told this story before. I had my debit card, because we don't use credit. We use our bank account. I had my debit card in my hand, and I was passing it to the woman, and I had the rainbow boa in my hand.
Yep. Which was just a pet. It was just to be a pet.
And he came around the corner too quick, and he said no, and I went.
Intercepted that card real quick.
But that went back to, at that time we had to add some hatchling racks.
Oh, okay.
And I was like, it's either the rainbow boa or it's the hatchling racks, and we need, for the business, we need the hatchling racks.
He's like, and where are you going to put that until we? And I'm like,
You're right.
You're right. He was right. And I'll get my rainbow boa, but I mean, it was just like,
okay. Who's right more often than not?
Probably.
Oh, no, I don't want to start a fight. Let's go to the next question. Hold on. I got some of them. Okay.
Wait, I mean, we can answer that question. It's me. I'm right all the time.
I'll let you have it, but it's not always true. I'm gonna let you have it, though.
See, you guys are both right all the time. And
we don't need to shy away from that question.
We're gonna just rope it on in.
Let's keep talking about this question here.
Oh my God, you're bad.
Hey.
Am I right, Jose?
Yes. I'm just kidding. I don't know your inner working, so I don't know. I'll go yes, and then I'll say yes to her too.
Yes to me. Yes.
We'll go yes.
See, very diplomatic man right there.
Politician. So what would be the third, I guess, pain point in your guys' tenure of your relationship that you would want to offer advice to another couple?
This is kind of hard, because when you get into it, you don't know what projects you want to work, which it kind of leads into some other questions here. But you kind of want to get a baseline of what projects you want to work.
The two of you want to work, or each of you want to work?
You know, you can have two different projects, because at one time we had, and we still do have two different types of projects.
Yeah.
That was one of my questions.
Yeah. So, you know, I like clown stuff. I like Blitz. I love Blitz.
I love acid. I love leopard. I love ultramel, cantaloupe. So nanny. I've got some nanny.
So we kind of have two different plans, but they're coming together. We're at the point now where both projects are coming together, merging into one, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah. No. Total sense. Okay. So let's go back to you're talking about projects. What was the pain point around projects?
You kind of want to. you want to know what you're working with, especially if this is if you know this is to turn into a business. You want to purchase for those projects
with a plan in mind.
With a plan in mind,
a strict plan,
right? And not do impulse buying,
which we've been guilty of when we first started. If we saw something that was really pretty and we would be like, oh, that'd be pretty. And then you get it home and you grow it up and you're like, well, what are we going to put it in? What are we going to do with it? And we were guilty of that in the very beginning when we were just starting out. And it was just like, if we could go back and redo that, we would. But, you know, hindsight's 20/20.
Yeah, and that's how it is all the time, right? Because when I first got in, I had cinnamon. I don't even like cinnamon. It was nice back then because I liked the way it looked. And I had just a pastel. I think I had a pastel head clown. At least I had the foresight to have a recessive in it. Right. But it was just a pastel. It made some pretty babies. It was actually more than. And then I had a fire, but I had a bunch of just jumbled up stuff. I think that's how we all start out, right? It's just picking stuff up. Right. Yeah. So and that's solid advice, and it's even more solid advice in a couple situation because it's not just you, right? If you were to pick up whatever you want to, you could do whatever you want to, and then you could sell whatever you want to. Yeah. Right. Yeah.
And then would she be pleased with what we're making?
Right.
You know, but if we come in together and or she was working certain projects and I started working certain projects, and then when you get to a point, then those projects come together and become one project.
We're fortunate enough, though, that we enjoy spending time together. We enjoy working together. So when we're feeding or we're cleaning snake poop or we're cleaning rat poop or any of those things, ultrasounding, pairing, all of that we do together because we genuinely enjoy spending that time together. And so I think that gives us kind of a boost in what we do because I don't think I would want to do all of that by myself. I love the animals and I love everything that we do. But if he wasn't there to do it with me, it wouldn't be as much fun. It wouldn't be as rewarding. So that's always having somebody there beside me is like the biggest blessing.
So that's one of your number one things that you actually really, really like having a partner. Right. I mean,
it's a business, but it's still a hobby for us. We love every single animal here.
Most of them have names.
Oh, she names every.
I name them.
You know, over 400 snakes. You got 400 fucking names. And she was like, "Hey, go give me Clyde." And I'm like, "Who the hell is Clyde?"
Clyde.
Could you give me some jeans, please, and I'll grab it.
Give me X, Y, and Z.
Right.
Yeah, give me what's in that.
Yeah.
Hey, wait. How many of it? So, okay. We'll back up for a second. Do you guys have two different collections?
We acquired a second collection that we have partnered with and we are purchasing. So.
Oh, but you guys each like.
No,
it's
all one collection. Yeah.
But not collections, maybe I worded it wrong. You have a project that you're working on, and Jeff, you have projects that you're working on.
I think and correct me if I'm wrong. I think we're at the point right now where the two different projects have combined into one project.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
They were different projects at one point, and now they're starting to.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, because I bought like my acid boy, and he was going to be my project. Well, he fell in love with him too, so then it was just like, so we're working everything
and like
together.
Ultramil, you wanted the Ultramil project, and
nice,
and now we have
Nanny.
Stuff, and it's all combined in together now.
Nanny, Carnage, Blitz, Hurricane.
Yeah,
Oh yeah,
nice. Hey, but that's actually nice, right? Then you lend him one of yours, and then he lends you one of his, and then
They're all mine. What are you saying?
oh, oh, that's a good point. Good point. One collection. I forgot. One collection.
Yeah.
Hey, so you guys vend. Now you guys are vending. How many shows do you guys vend a year?
So counting Tinley this year, we hit the 3 major NARBCs. Well, I'm sorry, minus Daytona. So we hit Tinley twice a year. We hit Dallas twice a year. We hit the St. Louis show. And then we hit.
We did not do Schaumburg.
We did not do Schaumburg this year.
We've been hitting like
and
a
the
lot
reason
of
we
local.
didn't do Schaumburg was we're running out of 23 hatchlings. The 24 hatchlings are just now coming online where we could start posting them, but they still need a meal or two type thing. So we didn't want to take them up to Schaumburg. And then we do an 8-hour radius around our house. Show me snakes. We do cold-blooded, those type of shows.
So yeah.
Do you guys think vending shows is important?
Oh, it may not be to everybody. To us, it's huge because we enjoy being behind that booth. We enjoy coming out and talking to people, and that's how we get a huge amount of our sales. Now, when we started out, we were fine on Morph Market, and we were selling, really well off of Morph Market. I don't think we've made any sales off of Morph Market this year.
Yeah, I don't think we've made any sales off Morph Market this year.
Everything that we're doing is out at the shows, and we're doing well at the shows. But I think it's because we talk a lot. We're talkers.
I think we're averaging 10 to 12 snakes a show.
Nice. Well, hence why you don't have any shows. Hence why you can't do Schaumburg, right? Which is a good problem to have.
Yeah.
Yeah, I went to shows, and you just don't get the same experience attending as you do vending.
Right.
Because you miss a lot attending as far as social interactions. Where people, when you're vending, people come to your table and you get the opportunity to talk.
And when we vend, I mean, we're up. We're greet. If you're walking by, we greet you. And if we can get your head to turn and start a conversation with us and bring you over to our booth, that's the name of the game. I mean, you have so many competitors out there that you have to bring the customers to you. I mean, you're to have your customers come by and look at your snakes. But if someone's walking down that aisle, and if you greet them and they turn and start talking to you and come over, they might not buy that day, but they're to remember who you are. You give them a business card. We have a Google. We're on Google Business. They tap their phone to the Google Business. It pops up. Our store pops up. Our Morph Market pops up. All that. So we don't sit down. We stand the whole time. We greet every single person that comes up to our booth or walks by our booth.
If we don't, it's because you have circumvented our area.
They made it on purpose so that you wouldn't.
Yeah.
It's like so have you guys ever been to Mexico at all? Cancun, any of the touristy spots?
My previous marriage, I went down. So
have you ever, and I ask because if you ever go down a strip of where they're selling stuff like street vendors or whatever. So I'm imagining you guys are like them when they're out there and they're just all yelling at you, trying to get you to their booth as you're walking through this aisle. I'm like, no, leave me alone.
We're like, hey, how you doing? Good morning, good afternoon, or whatever.
If we see that they're carrying some merchandise or carrying a snake, we're like, oh,
hey, what'd you get?
We saw you picked up something, and just start that conversation.
Yeah, some of them are just excited to show off what they have, and so they'll just bring it right on over and show you, and we love that. I mean, you don't necessarily have to buy from us, but we want you to know that we're interested in what you're doing and what you've got, and I think that makes a difference to people.
It's definitely
I saw
customer
nephew.
service. It goes a long way.
It does. It
Nephew
does.
came in.
I agree.
Oh, nephew. Yeah. I saw a lot of people pop in. Angel popped in. Fred popped in. There was a lot of people.
There was a
that-
lot.
yeah.
Vance from
Vance,
Blue Zombie.
Blue Zombies popped in.
You know what I didn't notice that this allows you to do is I could go live on mine.
At the same
At
time?
the same time?
Yes.
Oh, cool.
So are
the
you
whole
live
time
right
you guys
now?
have been live, I've been live too.
Oh, sweet.
So that's okay. So I've been seeing up here. So on ours, it has
Yep.
our Facebook, our YouTube, and then it has another channel up there. And
Yep,
that's
that's
your
mine.
channel then.
Yep.
Sweet.
Okay.
Sweet. So I didn't know that was even possible. Because what I was gonna do was I was gonna download this episode and then just go upload it onto
Okay.
and then do all the stuff. What made you guys get into? So I know you guys got into YouTube to promote your stuff, to promote your business. Did you see it as it is now?
YouTube.
Yes.
I tell you, YouTube is probably the hardest social media out there.
Of them all.
Well, and I say that you work Facebook and you work Instagram.
Yeah.
I don't touch those two, but YouTube is so hard to grow. I mean, you have to grind. You have to be very on schedule. You have to put videos out. You know, you can't put a video out and then wait a month or two and then put another video out. I mean, you're constantly having to put videos out.
I was running 2 shows at one time.
Oh.
On YouTube. I had a all-female one where I only interviewed females in the reptile community called Ladies of the Night Reptile Talk.
Oh, that might not be a good name.
I was laying in bed, came up with that.
He's like, Ladies of the Night Reptile Talk, and I went, oh.
Go talk to Chris. He'll hook you up.
I'm like, okay,
the guy, the Fat Man Nation. He'll go hook you. He'll tell you all.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we. So I ran that for probably a couple of years.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
And then I did
Mom
Juice Mondays with a good friend of mine, also an Angie, and we did that on Monday nights. And
then she started her job started picking up. She started working a lot of hours, and I would be behind the scenes and I'd run the chat while they were doing their show. And we said, you know what, want you and I just we'll start our own podcast, and that's when we've been since then been doing podcasting under the influence.
Usually it's because I have like moonshine or something over here. Tonight it's just water.
I've seen you guys as cups.
Yeah.
I see you guys be drinking. And tonight you guys are dry.
Yeah.
Okay. So instead of like things that you do that you like do well, how about let's stick on the theme of advice of things that you would tell people to do, not necessarily at let's see, not anything negative, but something that, just like we said, right? You said that having him next to you, you wouldn't be doing it without him.
Right.
If he was there, that's why you're doing it. So something like that you would tell people, like, strive to do X because it will make things better.
And we're talking couples. I mean, we're talking couples
in reptiles.
I would still have snakes without you, but not.
But you know, talking about though, you know, we do everything together, but we've had to kind of delegate some stuff.
Yeah.
Like she does all the money stuff.
Yeah.
You know, if people reach out on any of the social medias asking about a purchase or you know, Morph Market hasn't done anything for us this year, but if they reach out on Morph Market, she does all that. You know, when we're vending, she's got the card reader. She's the one girl. That on Friday, so Angie works from home. I'm off on Fridays. Feeding day is Friday. So while she's at work, I start feeding. And so Money, I do the feeding on Fridays. And then when she gets off work, she finishes. Feeding usually takes 10 to 12 hours for us.
It's a
From
it's a
start to
long
finish,
day.
it's about a 10 to 12-hour day.
That's a long day.
So
It's a long day.
the feeding is majority of me, and I'm just kind of splitting it. Money, feeding, merchandise. She does a lot of the merchandise. She talks to our marketing people and sets up new T-shirts or new designs, and then she says, hey, what do you think about this design? You like this and that types. So you kind of have to kind of delegate, work together, but you have to delegate.
Nice.
Certain things.
Yeah. Now, as far as like cleaning rat tubs and stuff like that, that's both of us.
Yeah, we're down there
We're
together.
down there together.
You have to.
Yeah.
Okay, so then on that note, when did that come about right away? Were you guys like as soon as you guys started keeping snakes where it got big enough, you guys like, okay, we need to start separating some things out? Like
So that was fairly recent. Once we got this second collection in, and we went from 200 snakes to over 400 snakes. That's when we kind of had to start delegating it.
Yeah.
And
before it was both of us for everything, except for the social medias. Then once the other collection came on board, he knew that his Fridays were going to be spent mostly just feeding and pulling until I got off of work and could come and help him. And then he knows that I'm better at doing the business side of the finance and bringing in all of that. So the delegation kind of came naturally as to who was going to do what. And we really didn't, I don't think, speak it. It just started happening, and we were like, okay, this is working for us. This is what really.
And it boils over to the social medias too. When I said she does the Instagram and the Facebook, and then I take care of the YouTube and TikTok, and it's just 2 and 2. Let's split it down the middle. Social media takes a lot of time.
Yeah.
I mean, posting pictures, doing video edits, doing video cuts. Now, when we do shoot videos, we sit up here together and I pretty much do the video edit, but she's like right here with me, and she'll be like, okay, there was too much of a pause there. Let's take that out.
Take that part out.
I mean, so it was just easier to kind of split it down the middle. I'll do these 2, you do those 2 type thing.
But you guys are saying that it was a bit of a natural progression, if I'm understanding correctly, because you were already dealing with kind of like the money side of it, and you guys already knew your strengths.
Yes.
Right.
You guys are playing to, so then you guys just naturally fell into those positions.
Fell into those positions.
Yes. Yeah. There's another couple right there, Keys Constrictors.
Okay, Keys.
Yeah.
But so that you guys had to have had a conversation, right?
And it might have just been a brief.
It could have been a quick one. Right? Yeah, like hey.
Like the I think I felt like I was getting overwhelmed, and it's not because she wasn't helping. I just felt like I was getting overwhelmed, and I was like, baby, you need to take this off my plate, because we were kind of, on Morph Market, you get the notifications on your Gmail and that. So we share the Gmail, and we were missing some notifications in that, and I'd be like, look, you got to take care of the Morph Market inquiries. And it was just kind of a brief conversation, and it just kind of fell into place.
But we're so good at keeping the other one grounded, because if I get overwhelmed on some day, and I'm not saying it happens all the time. It's a rare occasion, because I'm always the positive force behind. I'm like, oh, hey, let's go do this. But there are times when you do. I mean, there's a lot of snakes here, and there's a lot of rats, and there's a lot of things that goes into making sure everybody's happy and healthy. And it is overwhelming at times. And if I get to feeling that way, he's grounding me and going, babe, we're in this together. Don't feel like you got to do this alone. We've got this. And he's had his days where I've been like, babe, it's okay. We're going to make it. This is what we want to do. And you're just having one of those moments, and we're going to get through it.
And we've always wanted it to be enjoyable. I mean, we've always wanted to have fun doing this. And this the 23 season, we did a lavender het pied to a lavender het pied pairing, and we only had three eggs. Oh. And so it was like a 1 in 4
chance
to hit the pied. And we didn't hit any pieds. They were all lavenders. And I got down about it. And I was like, what the heck? And she was like, these are beautiful babies.
Beautiful.
She was like, we're doing this because we're having fun. And I started turning like, no, I need to make this dreamsicle. I have to make this dreamsicle to sell it. Instead of just making beautiful babies.
No, we don't. Look how beautiful these are in their own right. We don't have to do that. And that's when the switch kind of went, and he was like, yeah, why am I thinking about doing that when we have these things?
And it's interesting. So I'm gonna sum it up here, because what you guys just said is communication, support, and goals.
Yeah.
All in that little explanation that you guys said.
They all have to go together.
We're all kind of key points in there. This whole idea of getting down about yourself on clutches was kind of something that came up with me in dog breeding, which is why I didn't breed dogs a whole bunch. In my whole, so I bred dogs for like 15 years. I had 3 clutches.
Three
litters. They didn't come out big. They were like births, I promise.
I say that with the rats all the time. I'm like, oh, look how big this clutch is. Wait, it's a litter.
It's a litter.
But so in those 15 years, I had three litters. 2 of them were not very happy litters. Mm-hmm. One, she had babies, and then she laid on a couple. They died, so ended up only having 2 babies in that litter. She had another litter a couple years later, and they all passed away because she had one stuck in the birth canal and everything behind. So I went to go get an emergency C-section. They took them all out. They were all passed. You talk about defeating, that is defeating. So long story short, I know you're feeling. I know the feeling, even though it's not it's kind of the same. It's like, and you're hoping to see this thing, and you're super disappointed because it took this long. You did this much. You put this much into it to get this.
Right.
But even still, you got this.
Right.
Yeah.
And I should have been happy with, the 3 beautiful lavenders that we got.
Yeah.
No, your emotions are cool. They're valid. It is what it is. I'd be disappointed too. You're like, I shot for this. I didn't get it. That sucks.
Yeah.
I understood where he was coming from as far as wanting to hit that, that dreamsicle. But I'm like, you know what? There's always next year. Sure. We can always do something this. And it's just like, I get excited when I see even a normal. I don't care. It's a baby. And to me, I'm so excited that we've created something.
Mm-hmm.
It's living, it's moving. It's like this being, right? It's something to say about bringing life into this world.
Yeah.
Regardless of what it is, it's just bringing life into this world. There's something to be said about that. I heard someone say that they're what do they call themselves? A breeder. anyways, the gist of it is whatever they get, they're gonna breed. Any animal they get, they're gonna breed.
Okay.
It's I think there's a lot of people out there like that though. So early on, when I was younger, I had that mentality. Everything I get, I'm gonna breed it. But now, to your point, I have gotten a lot more patient.
Right.
Yeah.
Self-control on.
You get more discerning with what you do.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'll let you finish. I get patience, but you have patience sitting right next to you. Go for it.
Yeah. But we were talking, the Burmese. Where did I go back to the Burmese and the retic? We got those for pets. I mean, they were strictly pet, and then we were like, well, we can make we can breed the Burm and the retic together. But that's something. You get something, you just want to breed it. And we're off that subject now. I mean, they're just pets, but we were like, well, shit, we can breed these together, and but yeah.
It's called a serial breeder.
Okay,
that's what they coined it. I'm like, oh, that's so funny, because a lot of us are right. Any animal you get, I'm gonna try to breed it.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh yeah.
I mean, that's changed over time. I'm not like that anymore. But when I was younger, that was anything. A little pet lizard I found on the sidewalk. All right, let's breed it.
I bet you could make some babies.
A little blue-sided little lizard,
right,
blue-bellied or whatever. So let's get into your collection.
Okay.
So I think the advice I think it's solid. A lot of what you guys have said kind of echoes a lot of what other couples have said on how they get through and work through stuff. And ultimately it's I think I would say even you guys even summed it up. Like I said, you set goals, communication. What was the third one that I said? Support. So support's the big one. Because like you said, I don't have the support, and I'll get down on myself, no problem. Who's
right?
Here?
And then
no,
who's gonna bring you up?
My daughter. I do, but but that's the point, right? Is you need someone, you need your support system.
Yeah.
Right.
And who better than that person next to you?
Right.
Your partner. Yeah. That's
And we see it in this business all the time, and you see where the husband is into the reptiles and the wife doesn't want anything to do with it.
Or we've seen it the opposite. We've
seen
where
the wife is into it,
and
the
the
husband
reptiles, and the husband doesn't do
Yeah.
anything. And I don't mean anything, but I mean in the reptile community or world. And I think that those I applaud them. I applaud them for doing it on their own. I don't know how they do it, because I know with us it takes both of us.
Yeah, it's very time consuming. A lot of people think that having snakes and breeding snakes is easy, and to a point, it is easy. I mean, they've been doing it for years. You throw the male in, you pull the male out, throw the male, right? The female ovulates, she lays eggs. I mean, they've been doing it for years. But there's a lot of husbandry to it.
There's logistics that you have to think about. I mean, you have to think about.
It's very time consuming.
Yeah, the genes that can be paired together and those that can't, and when they're ovulating and when they're doing this and when they're doing that, building follicles, and
then you got to watch the market. What's selling?
What is selling?
What and kind of forecast what's going to be selling next year as you're creating these babies.
You kind of, when you vend, you kind of have to have that foresight.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, and we are fortunate enough that we carry a little bit of everything. We carry stuff from what people are wanting just because
as
they're
a
in
pet
the hobby.
quality.
Yeah,
Yep.
because they're in the hobby and they want something beautiful. And we carry some of the higher end stuff. So we have, when you look at our table, there's a variety of stuff that we produce with that in mind for everybody.
Yeah.
We're doing it because we love how beautiful they are and what we're making, but we also keep in mind that somebody else is going to want something beautiful, and maybe they don't have $8,000 or $10,000 or what, even $4,000, because we were there once upon a time.
Right.
And they needed some of the ones that were a little bit on the cheaper side, but they still are beautiful.
Yeah, we want to be a one-stop shop.
Yeah.
You know, we want to. Any customer walks up, we want to be able to have something for that customer.
Yeah, that's tough, isn't it?
It's
It
very
is very tough. Yeah.
Is that why you guys have a 400 snake collection?
That's,
Probably.
yes, yeah, absolutely. Because we could probably narrow
Right?
it down.
I mean, it is.
Yeah.
We could narrow it down to probably 250 and have a high-end collection.
Yeah.
But
Nice.
we want to carry 400, so we have the range from your pet quality.
You have the inventory, yeah.
Yeah.
You need it. Well, I mean, especially since you guys are doing so many shows, you need that inventory. There's no way around it. You need it.
Well,
Right.
like last month, we did a show every weekend except one.
Oh.
And we were constantly traveling.
Yeah.
But I love to travel, so it doesn't bother me. But
Steven.
it does get tiring when you think about, by the time you get home, you gotta wipe everybody down and put everybody away and
Right.
make sure.
No, I just learned at Pomona in San Jose too, but in Pomona what a vendor does to after they're done with the show, when they get home, as soon as they get home, not like, oh, that'll wait till the morning. No.
Nope.
As soon as you get home, you do your process,
Yep.
Yeah.
put them all away, and then you go to bed. I'm like, wow, that's
Right.
Yeah, sometimes we've gotten home.
Yep. 8-hour drive
Yeah,
home.
2-3 o'clock in the morning, and we're wiping down snakes, and we're making sure that everybody's, in their tubs before we go to bed, and that's, I mean,
Yeah.
it's what's best
get
for
down to
them.
the rats and
Yeah,
make
make
sure
sure
they got
everybody's got
water, make sure they got food. I mean,
Yeah.
it's
Yeah, I saw Stephen and Courtney come in.
hey, I gotta straighten up.
yeah, straighten up, soldier. You got the shirt on. I don't need to be straightened up. You a 10 high.
Oh, there's Randy.
Hey, so what's your guys' favorite project right now? Either combined or, well, you guys saying it's already kind of combining anyway. So what's your
Yeah.
favorite project?
God, that's probably the toughest question I've been asked, because there's
How many do you got? How many projects? So how many favorite projects are there?
Acid, NR Mandarin,
hypo stuff,
Hypo
DG
stuff, DG
stuff,
stuff.
clown
Oh
stuff.
shit, all of them.
Yeah, I mean, it just
this,
and now those projects are combining though. You know,
yeah.
the clown is getting into the DG, it's getting into the hypo. You know, we just did a giveaway last month, and
Yeah.
it was a inchy DG hypo, and it was a giveaway, and so double visual. I mean,
I missed it.
Yes.
Yeah.
We're gonna, as we reach more goals,
Yep.
we're gonna
Right.
give,
Yep.
we'll be
Yeah, you're gonna help my goals with the giveaways. I get it.
There you go. See, there
there
you go.
I'm just kidding.
Making quad hets this year. We got triple hets growing up.
Okay, let me ask you this: the snake that you cannot wait to see hatch next year,
Oh,
because next year has to be with stuff that you have this year that you're gonna breed next year. Whether it's something coming up,
we got 3 monsoon pairings next year.
we got a
monsoon's huge.
zebra pairing.
Zebra pairing next year.
Cantaloupe won't be ready because she's still kind of on the smaller side.
So someone asked about the cantaloupe. You wanna expand?
So the cantaloupe, of course, came out of
Came
Canada.
out of Canada.
NKB, or DPR is the one that does most of the social media for NKB.
I did see them come out with talking about the cantaloupe a long time ago. Yeah.
We do. We have a female inchy cantaloupe hypo here.
She's the oranges on her look like
A cantaloupe. It's
color.
a cantaloupe
It's a
color.
beautiful peachy.
Yeah, that's exactly what he said.
Yeah.
The nice bright orange. Okay, so is cantaloupe different than orange dream or mandarin?
Yes. You could see a difference if you had a mandarin, an orange dream, and a cantaloupe. You could see the difference in all three.
Yes.
Nice.
We may have to put them all in the light box so that the
If you got all three, do a comparison.
lighting.
The NR mandarin is a burnt orange.
Yeah.
And that's how I describe it. It's a burnt orange. Your orange dream is your orange. Your cantaloupe is the cantaloupe color.
So it's like a mix of.
Right.
Nice.
I know.
I'm very excited for the monsoon pairings next year.
Yeah.
We're
Monsoon's
getting
gonna be
puzzled.
huge.
We'll have a couple puzzles in this year. One might be breeding next year, so we'll be doing the puzzles next year.
You guys looking to buy any snakes here in the next year?
Hi.
I'm at FedEx almost every week.
Okay, well, so is there anything that you need right now for your projects?
We got 2 puzzles coming in. Possibly paint. That's one we're not working right now is paint. But that's on the horizon. Gosh, what else is there? I mean, just
You want me to turn the light out?
Turn the lights down low.
Lights down low.
What do we got here? And
So
this is Angie
this is the
cantaloupe.
Yeah. So you can actually kind of see it, right? Let me see. Where's my finger at? Right at the bottom of the alien heads.
Don't you hiss at me.
Yeah.
You can see the peach coming through the cantaloupe.
Here's the.
Well, even kind of towards the dorsal.
Yeah.
This is the super in our mandarin.
Yeah, that's a super NR mandarin there.
Just an
Pinstripe.
NR mandarin? Just a super NR mandarin?
That's super pinstripe.
Super-
Pinstripe.
Super in our mandarin pinstripe.
Nice.
She's a
And that pinstripe is pretty strong, huh?
Yes, pinstripe is very strong.
Let me think. So we did the pinstripe mandarin, vanilla, pinstripe mandarin, vanilla, pastel, double het DG hypos this year, and the pastel ones, they are so orange on the side, super orange.
I would imagine pastel would probably go well with any of those, right?
And the pastel really brings out. But I tell you what gene really works the best for the mandarin, and I'm only speaking on mandarin right now, is hypo. Hypo really brings the oranges out.
Yeah, I've heard that. So out of the not even even orange dream, or even if you want to throw in the high intensity that Aussie has, which one of the 3 is your favorite?
Between the mandarin, orange dream, and high intensity.
And the high intensity, the mandarin, or the cantaloupe?
I would go mandarin.
He would go mandarin. I'd go cantaloupe all day.
Yeah.
Why and why? I like the color of the mandarin myself.
I see what the mandarin does.
Mm-hmm.
We're very new into the cantaloupe.
Yeah.
Once we get the cantaloupe going and seeing what it produces, my answer could change there. But right now, I see what the Mandarin does,
Yeah.
and
The potential.
I would pick the Mandarin. We're heavy into Mandarin. Our projects, most of our projects are wrapped around Mandarin.
Nice.
So,
That and
So-
tragic.
yeah, and then Tragic, which is
I saw you guys' video on Tragic the other day.
Yeah, so it's we
Yesterday
can't
or-
wait. We shot for the supers this year, and the females reabsorbed on us.
Oof.
So we're another year behind on trying to make supers because we don't know if it's codom or
Don't get
adom.
down, Jeff. Don't get down. There's always next year.
Yeah.
Right. Oh, absolutely.
Gotcha.
Absolutely. Yeah.
So Angie, why cantaloupe for you then?
Cantaloupe caught my eye a long time ago, and we were lucky enough to get one. And it's such a beautiful, in person, the colors are phenomenal. And I think that it's going to just enhance some of the more orange snakes that we're working with already. And I think it's going to help hold its color.
Nice.
But as we start breeding and see what she goes to, we'll find out. But I think she's not going to disappoint me.
Yeah.
Anything that
Everybody's chasing what's to keep the sunset bright, right?
Right.
Yeah. What's
Not
to
this
keep
guy.
it bright? You already found it.
No,
Don't
Oh.
do
I'm not
something.
chasing. I'll wait.
Yeah.
If so, with most of these, I don't have enough room to be working with everything I want to be working with.
Mhm.
So, like everyone else, we need to pick and choose what we work with, right?
Right. Right.
So, yeah, those are just monsoon. Some of these other ones, I don't even have the space. Like I need rack space to hold back everything I want to hold back.
Right.
I'm not gonna be able to.
Again, our kids are grown and out of the house.
Yeah.
So
We're actually probably next couple weeks we're to move our podcasting
downstairs to the bar.
downstairs, and then behind us is to be 2 more ARS racks.
Nice. Yeah, so that'll be my next purchase is going to be a Freedom Breeder, only because they're close by. I
Right.
live like 2 hours from Freedom Breeder,
Uh-huh.
so I'll go pick one of those up.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'll be my next purchase. It's just I'm trying to keep my collection small. I don't see myself vending a whole bunch,
Okay.
and if I do, maybe share a table with someone. I rather go to the shows for the social aspect than the vending aspect, because it's me by myself, and for
Right.
me to vend by myself, it'd be difficult.
Right. Right.
You know, when we started going to the shows, for us, it was like family reunion time for us. I mean, it was just everybody that we're in our chats with all the time.
Yeah.
It was going and getting to hang out with them and having a ball all weekend. And it was about the show, but it was also more about just
The-
family time,
Yeah.
you know?
Right.
And we've made a lot of good, I say family
oh, absolutely.
connections.
Yeah.
I
mean, when they drive, and let's talk TER, who's backstage right now. every year we hold a crawfish boil, usually last part of April, first part of May. And when they drive up from Texas and hang out with us for the weekend
the whole
for the crawfish boil,
weekend.
and then Drop Time Reptiles, they come all the way out from New York every year.
Every
They
year.
drive out every year for this crawfish boil, and we met them at shows, and we just got that bond together. And
nephew drives out from
Memphis, and it's just, I mean, we just have a really close knit community. I'm always saying, one community, one fight. We're a huge community, and it's broken down into little subsections.
Yep.
There's a little community here, but we're all fighting for the same thing.
We hope anyway, right?
We hope.
Yes, we
Right.
hope. We hope.
Most of us are.
Right.
Absolutely.
And I do like the whole reptile community. I like it. So and I kind of alluded to this earlier, but I wasn't in the community. I wasn't involved. I didn't do anything for the longest time. I just sat back and I had my collection. I enjoyed it. I just did this. I bred snakes and I had several clutches, but I was on fauna classifieds, but that was more to buy stuff
Okay.
than it was to sell anything. I was on King Snake. I was on all the old groups and stuff, but it was never to be out there. Yeah, and that's where going to these shows, like this year I attended, it's not my first show, but my first show, the first show that I attended was years ago here locally, but these are my first real shows. It's eye-opening as to, I guess, how the trajectory of your business, like attend a show, go see a show, meet some people.
Yep.
See if you like the community. If you like the community, kick it, hang out. Let's all be friends. But it's definitely not for everyone. And I think everyone in the community should be more. How do you put it? Welcoming, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Absolutely.
And we did a show, a podcast show 3 weeks ago. So we had Thomas from Low Life Exotics come on.
Mm-hmm. I think I've seen that one.
And the topic was, he's been in it, from way back when. And we wanted to know the difference between when he was breeding way back when to the way we're breeding now, and the way the community treated you at the time.
Yeah.
They were very standoffish back then. They didn't help one another.
They didn't share their
Heck,
secrets.
You get on a podcast now and the chat is having their own conversation. They're talk. I mean, it's amazing how it is now.
Right.
And people
way different.
Reach out to you anyway on your social medias. I do work from home, but I get messages all day long in Instagram and on, Facebook Messenger and stuff. And it doesn't matter if I'm at work. I can still do my work, but I'm going to answer anybody that messages me as soon as I possibly can, because if they're reaching out, they've got a question or they've got something they need to say, or something like that. And I feel like it's necessary to let them know, hey, I'm here, I'm listening, I'm going to help you if I can help you. If I can't, I'm going to find you somebody that can, because I don't want you hanging.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah. I do agree with what he said. I mean, we were in it around the same time. I don't know if you guys were on a bunch of these groups back then, but it was a different time back then.
Yeah. Where
it was not a nice time.
Yeah.
it was cutthroat.
Yeah.
Yep.
No, so I was friends with people in the industry back then, but it was not very many. And I guess I could see both sides of it at that point, where kind of the newer people were asking some questions where some of these older people were like, I don't want to answer that.
Right.
Like that's a dumb question. Go do some research.
Yeah.
Which I think that's what people were getting more aggravated or frustrated with back then, was people not willing to put in the time to go research stuff, right? We have the internet.
Right.
It's easy to go look for something. And back then they weren't doing the research. They were just going onto these groups and just asking, oh, what temp should I keep my ball python at? Well, you could find that on Google.
Yeah.
Right. Very easily.
Yeah.
What temp should I incubate at? You could find it on Google or on the internet. I mean, you can find it anywhere, but it's like, and I think that's where a lot of the old timers were having a problem with, because they didn't want to sit there and explain the very basics. Because, and I know this because a lot of them would ask, what kind of research have you done?
Mm-hmm.
Tell me about what you know up to this point.
Right.
To see if you've actually done something, or did you just go spit out some question
Yeah.
Because you're too lazy to go look for it.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
But we agree with you because
Yeah. We tell everybody
we
do
tell
their
people,
research.
do your research. We're more than happy to help with anything we can possibly help with, but do your research. You know, it's imperative that you do, because not everybody has answers.
Yeah. You know, and you know, you do your research, and then you can always message us to say, look, my snake's off food. Okay, now we can talk about your husbandry. You know what?
Right.
You know,
Send me a
you've done
picture
your
of your
research.
setup.
You've set it up the way
Mhm.
you know YouTube tells you to set it up, right?
Mhm.
And, but your snake's not eating. Okay, well, take a picture
Send
of
us
it.
a
Send me a
picture.
picture. You know, let's talk about things. And
Right.
but
But that's the thing is, have you done research?
mhm.
Oh no, I haven't. Well, go and this is what they were doing back then a lot. Go do research and then come back to me.
Yeah.
If you have questions after you do your research, then you have a legitimate question. Come ask me. Then I will answer. And I think a lot of that was getting missed in the communication because older people in the hobby were frustrated and younger people were frustrated.
Right.
They weren't getting their answers met, but they wanted them to do some work, and there was no middle ground, right?
Yeah.
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 You know, anything, you know, you got to work for it, right? I mean, anything in life, you have to work for it.
Anything worth having,
Yep.
you have to work for.
Yep.
Anything worth having. Correct. Yeah. And that's probably, I'm not going to lie, that's probably what kept me away from the community altogether. I didn't want to associate or deal with all the drama. So I just stuck to myself. I did my own thing. I did my own. And then this year I was like, whatever. So I started a podcast.
Yeah. That's the way
Do
to
all my
go.
social medias. What? But this was, I don't know. I'll ask you guys a question as to, I guess why you started podcasting. Was it only to get your name out there?
No.
It was for the fun of it.
It
Well,
was-
for your the podcasting actually
Well.
started with the ladies of the night. I mean, that was
Night.
the first podcast.
Wait, do you still have their numbers or?
But it goes back to your question
Yeah.
earlier, who's always right, and that's what. So if you remember Gershon with GP Snakes, so he was huge into the YouTube, getting people into the YouTube, getting their faces out in the YouTube, and right prior to Tinley, I came up with this was, why can't Angie have a podcast, a ladies
Just
only podcast?
Talk to the ladies in the reptile community and see if it's different for us ladies as to, do we get talked down to? Do we get it, you know, or do we get hit on? Or, I mean, what are the pitfalls that we have to navigate in the reptile community to be respected?
Gotcha. So this goes back to our three main things, communication being one of them. Well, I didn't tell Angie about this. I held this to myself, and we saw Gershon at Tinley, and I said, hey, and Angie was there. I was like, so Angie's just started a podcast, and it's, you know, she's only to interview females and that. And Gershon was like, oh my God, that's excellent. You know, there's no one out there doing it. This is perfect.
Yeah. Perfect
and all that. And I said, and you're to be her first interview. I know you're not a lady, but she's going to interview you just to get. And he was
a little
like,
bit of confidence.
And he was like, okay. He goes, I'm going to give her 5 minutes to come up with questions, then come find me, and we interviewed, and we filmed it. And
I did. That was my first one. But for the very first show, and I say this, and I will always love Keisha. Keisha's my girl. If I did not have Keisha on that very first show from Keys, there wouldn't have been a show. I hated being in front of the camera. I hated it. I didn't want to be on camera for nothing. And I said, but I feel so comfortable with Keisha that if she comes on and does the first show as my interviewee, I can get through it. And she came on and we had a ball. And after that, I was bouncing up the stairs every every weekend. I think,
In the way Angie is shy.
of course I am, Randy. I was after that first one, I'd bounce up the stairs. Now that first one, I had to take a couple drinks of some bourbon and stuff. But
Hence the name, or
I made it through, and after that, I just fell in love with it.
Yeah, and then the way that, and then when the Mom Juice Monday came about, her and Angie, her sister Angie,
we had such a rapport together.
And they would just sit and just talk and interview people, and it turned into a comedy show, really.
It really was.
And then that's how Podcasting Under the Influence came out, because people were used to this comedy show where we just talked about anything. You know, I mean, it didn't have to be reptiles. It might start reptiles, and then we're just talk about stop signs. I mean, there's a wide range.
Or trouser snakes, if Don D is still in here.
and I mean, and
all
so
the good
that's
stuff.
that's how we rolled over into the Podcasting Under the Influence.
Yeah.
I mean, there's no written questions. We just, it's like we're sitting in our living room and just talking to one another.
Yeah. Now, for the ladies, I had a set question base that I would send them in advance and say, these are the things I'm going to be asking you. Hey, you know, if you have any questions on that, or if you feel uncomfortable with any of these, let me know. We won't talk about it. But then Mom Juice Monday, hell, we tried to have questions, but I think after the first 5 seconds of being on the show, Angie and I'd have them thrown somewhere, because she'd be off on a tangent about banana hammocks or something, and I'm like, you can't do that.
Yeah, I mean, it just ended up
went off.
and it was fun. It was
funny,
very fun,
but it was way off kilter, and I'm like, okay, none of this show can't have any questions, because we're not gonna make it.
Yeah, so that's how we came up with this show, was just to kind of keep it the same way, but with her and I doing it.
Yeah,
nice. It's a good show. I like it. I enjoy it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, I've watched it. A couple weeks now for sure.
Yeah.
I mean,
you know, sometimes, you know, some are better than others. I mean, and that's anything. Some are better than others.
When your sister comes on, it's good.
Oh, when's she on? I'm just kidding. I know. I've heard your stories.
Oh my gosh.
Have you found her or not yet?
But you know, and that's how she came out on Mom Juice Monday.
Yeah.
And
she did.
Angie and Angie didn't have a guest, and I was like, if I have to put a wig on, I'll be a guest for you.
In my defense, I had a guest, but Phil Goss.
Oh, that's right. You guys did have Phil.
Yeah.
And then he flaked on you.
He did. So he was like, well, if I have to put on a wig and come on the show, I'll do her. And I said, bet.
Yeah, and then that's how that was built.
That would have actually been pretty good. Did he have to do it?
He did it.
Oh.
He did the show.
Oh, you'll have to go back to.
I'm gonna go back.
It'll be a Mom Juice Monday.
I think it's either guest 3 or 4, somewhere back in there, and it'll have a big question mark. Even Angie did not know what was coming for her, because Juicy G popped on the show, and she was on. She was on one.
Candy.
She was on one
in the wig. Yep. And then so then it went on from there. We did a 500. We did a live for 500 subscriber giveaway
with Fred and AJ.
And we had Fred and AJ with F&A balls, and because we used to do every Sunday we would do what we would call the races on Fred and AJ's.
On their show. God, I love it. I miss them
so we were like, we got to have them on our 500 giveaway. And so then I came out in a bikini top one time, and I mean,
naturally,
right.
This last, the last Tinley this last year, it actually fell on my birthday, and Ashley from TER bought me a little gift bag, and it had a pink tiara and a little crown and
little rash.
Yeah, so I had
Nice.
to wear that around Tinley, and little pink glasses and all that get up. So
Nice.
and then Eric B. No Rankum, we've had to put him through therapy because of Juicy G and pay for his therapy bills and
Yeah.
So Rakim, I think Rakim, you know who the,
Eric.
but you know what that's a reference to?
No.
So it's Rakim, the rappers.
So he's saying he's no rapper.
So Eric, hold on, let me see before I'm gonna butcher this, but I'll show you who it is. Hold on.
Eric B. and then
They were like a I believe they were a group, a duo.
No rapper. He said definitely no rapper.
No rapper. So Rakim is a rapper.
Okay.
I thought that Eric B and Rakim rapped together. Maybe not, but Rakim is a rapper for sure. That's why he says no Rakim.
Okay.
It's pretty funny. So interestingly enough, so with this whole podcasting, all these troubles that I was having, we talk about the community, and I'll tell you this story because John from Morph Forge, John.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So when he saw that we were having troubles yesterday, and he said, "Hey, I'll just let you use my his hosting site,
Right.
and you guys can do it. You guys can do it on mine." And I said, "Yeah, I don't. Let me see, because I needed to see if you guys were even available still, or whatever." And I ended up telling him no because you guys said let's do it today. I said that's fine. We'll just do it today, no big deal. But it's like a testament to the community, right? Like he didn't have to come and send me a message to be like,
Right.
"Hey, you can come use my stuff. Let's get you up on there," right?
Yeah.
I mean that says a lot for the community and how far we've come as a reptile community.
Yeah.
I just want
reaching out and
shout
saying,
out.
"Hey, here's my platform. Use my platform."
Yeah.
Type thing.
Yeah. Well, it's everyone. So Craig from Bash Coder, at one point he helped me set up my mic. Oh, thinking about this might have been a setup. This guy helped me set up my mic. No, it's not a setup. So he for no reason, I at this point I didn't know Craig, but he hit me up on a DM and Instagram, and he said, "Hey, I listened to your mic." This was when I first started doing the podcasting. He said, "I listened to your mic. It doesn't sound like you're using the right mic channel. Let's jump on a mock live, and I'll help you with your mic."
Okay.
And he helped me, and it sounds flawless now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it sounds excellent now that we can hear you.
And right, he did that. He didn't even know me at the time, and he did that. And then Will from Will's Hella Heat,
Yep.
also as well, got into the DM. He started to give me advice on what platforms to use, which ones are better, et cetera, et cetera. I'm like, wow, this is a different community than what I remember back in the day.
Yeah.
Right.
Way
Real quick, and I forgot to mention this earlier. Texas is getting hit right now with that hurricane that came in. Mission Morphs just came. They had to go fill up their generator, so we're praying. We're sending
all positive vibes,
all positive vibes
prayers.
for all you guys down in Texas that are dealing with this hurricane. Y'all be safe down there, and just it's horrible. So
I did see that. Did it make a landfall this morning or yesterday?
Yeah, I think it was this morning, somewhere near Galveston area, I believe.
Matagorda. I had family that lived in Matagorda at one time.
And where's Matagorda? So I used to live in Texas, but I used to live up north, just north of Austin. It's called Kaufman. It's a small little town.
Matagorda is down past Galveston. It's like a little.
South
I don't
end.
know if it's a peninsula or I don't know exactly what it is, but it's a little place down there.
I did see that.
Sergeant. Okay, so that's where it hit between Matagorda and Sergeant.
Yeah, but the power went out for 1 million people. They said.
That's crazy.
See, there's John right there. John.
Yep.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
Like I said,
After everybody got logged out the chat was still popping.
They were
Still popping.
chatting.
Oh yeah, we were
chatting.
still chatting away after everybody got logged out.
I was over here frustrated. Come on, what is going on here? I could not believe. I was like, what is going on here? If anything goes wrong, it goes wrong. That's just how it happens.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
But yeah, just thinking about that, we had that problem with our mic one time, just out of nowhere. I mean, it disconnected this mic and put a different mic in.
Did.
We were trying to figure it out.
World?
It's crazy. No, I was unplugging everything. I'm like, it's got to be something, right? It's got to be something. Hey, so you, and what was that? Sorry, go ahead. I'll let you finish, then I'll ask. I have a question. Go for it.
We had gotten cut off mid-show one time, and I think Ashley came up out of the dregs.
And just started running the show for us.
Held it together for us. I don't know where they went. They'll be back.
Oh, there's Charlie and Ledka popped
there it
in.
is.
So good.
Speaking of, okay. My question was, I have a couple questions. Let me write this other one down. Hold on. Okay. Jeff, you said when you first got into snakes, you were scared of snakes?
Yes.
Why?
Yes. So when I was young, I loved snakes. I mean, I was the typical little boy going out and just picking up snakes, and then something happened, and I cannot pinpoint it, but as I got older, the more scared I got. But I always loved seeing snakes. I saw the beauty in snakes, and I was completely fine if they were behind glass, but I did not want to walk up on one. I didn't want to touch one. If one was in the same room as me, I was gone. That's how I was. And I cannot pinpoint why I became afraid of them. They say as you get older, you learn fears or fears, or like when you're young, you're not afraid of heights, but then as you get older, same thing. There's nothing that made me be afraid of a snake other than I was just afraid of snakes. Just the unknown, maybe. Yeah, I was afraid of it biting me. That's what I was afraid of it biting me. That's probably a legitimate fear. but now, I mean, everybody in this community, everybody's been bitten, and it's not the bite that hurts, it's them striking out that scares you. Yeah, it hurts right here more than anything. Yeah. Right here. They hurt my feelings. Like, how can you bite me when I'm trying to keep you alive? Yeah. You little fucker. Exactly. So I got one got me the other day. I'm feeding it, and I guess my tongs, right? I have these long tongs. Put the rat at the tongue, rat at the end of it, right? And it's probably, I don't know, 16, 18 inches. So it's long. My problem is that I'm holding it sideways, and the snake is right here, and it tags me because that's a bigger heat signature than the little tiny little rat. Right. Like, son of a bitch. Yeah. Now, did he actually bite and rap on you, or did he just bite? No, just hit me. So Angie, it's been several months ago.
We had the short tongs.
And it was the top. It was the last tub on the top of the rack. And usually I would feed up there. For some reason she was like, I'll take that top row tonight. And I was like, okay. So I'd give her the tongs with the rat on it. She would grab the tongs and put it in. Well, the snake, the rat started coming back up and started biting on her. Me. Oh, well, the snake came out and bit her and wrapped up on her.
Wrapped my fingers.
The rat drops. I have to grab the rat, throw it back in the tub, close the tub. She's hauling ass.
I ran for the bathroom to get it underwater so I could try and get it worked off. But I didn't get it worked off. He came in and he goes, okay, this is going to hurt. And he's trying to very gently, without losing any teeth, get it off of my fingers.
You got, I mean, it was wrapped. I had to
I mean,
unwrap the snake.
I was turning purple. And we get it all done. And he looks at me, he goes, damn, could you do that again? I forgot to film it.
Oh,
And I'm like,
do it for
oh
the
my
gram.
I'm like, oh my God, no, not today. Let's not do it today.
Hey, how was it wrapping? Did it really it wrapped like it was trying to get a wrap?
Like it was constricting to eat. Yeah, it dug in, and I mean, it was cutting off circulation.
The tips of her fingers were turning purple and everything.
Yeah.
And like I promise, that heartbeat is never gonna stop.
Right?
You're in the wrong area. You can get real tired. I wonder. You think if you were to leave it there, would it get too tired and let go?
Probably.
It probably would have.
It probably would have.
Because it
At some point, right?
wasn't getting anything out of it.
Yeah.
Like, wow, this heartbeat is still here, and we're 30 minutes in.
Why is it not dying?
I've never had. Have you, Jeff? Have you ever had a rat snake wrap?
That was the only food bite we've dealt with.
I've never. So I've been bit by a rat too. Those hurt worse than.
Oh yeah, there was
snake,
rat bites.
snake bite.
Yeah.
Oh my God, they got so the snake that got me a few days ago. I had gloves on, and I started bleeding through my gloves.
Oh my gosh!
And it was a baby.
Now people
Like
laugh at me because I'll do shorts with our bloods and our boas, and even the yearling boas. I'll wear gloves. I wear big old welding gloves. I mean, I'm like ready for.
They're snippy.
Yeah, but those ones don't play, do they? Those ones do not play.
They're a little snippy right now.
But people laugh all the time because even when I go clean them, I put these big old gloves on, and I pull out little hatchling trays.
No,
It's this tiny little thing. Oh,
yeah, the tiny ones are the ones that'll get you. The bigger bloods and stuff, and some of the bigger boas, they're fine.
Oh, they calm down by the time they're grown. Yeah, the bloods. I hear the bloods are pretty testy. They're little.
But so you can actually, their body will pulsate. And if it's pulsating, you don't want to mess with it.
Don't want to touch it.
That's when it doesn't want to be messed with. It doesn't want to be touched. So if you're in with your blood and you see that body pulsating, just let it be.
Let it be.
Yeah, okay. Slowly walk away and back out.
Just back away.
Yep.
Don't make eye contact. Don't.
Right.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Hey, so
my
let me ask you about this funny logo that's right up here.
The Coco dude.
The Coco dude.
Yeah. You have all it. Are they snake people?
So everyone is a sponsor to our YouTube channel. Yeah. So all the way to my
logo
right here. Oh, that one there. Charlie with Gray Rider Reptiles sponsors us for the shed testing. And then you got Recoil Reptiles, who
No, but this one in particular
is number one in the racks.
He's the Coco dude.
He
does a cocoa husk for the bedding.
Right.
Yeah.
So he does Coco to go, and he does the chipper.
And we carry both from him. Well, no, we don't carry the chipper. We carry the Coco
to go.
That's such a funny logo. I mean I know Charlie and the Gray Rider, the shedtesting.com, and I've seen Recoil Reptiles and Shippy Reptiles.
Yeah. So the Coco dude. So that's Chris Davenport.
Okay. Okay. Yeah.
That's Chris Davenport right there.
Yeah.
So and then he had the Florida Rattery at one time as well.
I never put them together, and I'm like, man, that is a pretty cool logo, but what is it for?
Right.
It's our Coco.
Yeah. So he does the
Coco. Now that I'm thinking about it, give it a little thought. I'm like, oh, that's bedding. Duh.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Nice. Hey, so how long have you guys been podcasting? Years.
3. This third year. 3
years.
Third
or fourth year.
Yeah, third or fourth year.
Well, starting with yours. starting all together. You're talking this here.
You guys, no. You when you guys started podcasting, however, when you guys actually started a
Should have
channel.
been your
Probably 4 years ago,
probably 4 years ago.
maybe three or four.
Yeah.
It's been a while.
It's been a while. How
It's been a while.
do you guys like it up to this point?
It's fun, but like I said earlier, the social media in general is a lot of work.
Yeah.
So, and podcasting is a lot of work. I mean, you got to line up guests. You
Yeah,
got
sometimes lining up guests is just
Difficult.
difficult. Yeah.
Yeah.
getting the thumbnails ready. Getting
Yep.
it scheduled. I mean, it's time consuming.
Yeah.
You guys do that
today,
all
I mean,
yourself?
we did the
Yeah,
thumbnail
we
today.
do all of ours ourselves.
We did the thumbnail today. When I got home from work about 5:00 our time.
Yeah.
Wow.
We were like, okay, let's just kind of throw a thumbnail together, and then we sit here and we're looking at it. We're like, do we like that?
But
So-
in our defense, we get up at 4:30 a.m. for him to go to work, and so we try to go to bed halfway early. It
Yeah.
never works out. We end up in bed at about midnight.
Yeah. So,
Same.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm gonna go to bed early today, every day.
We
Yep,
say it
midnight.
every day, and it doesn't happen.
yeah.
Hey, so what do you guys use for your graphics?
Canva.
Canva.
You like it?
I do.
I do. It's easy. It's
easy.
It's easy.
You can do more with it than we do,
Yeah.
but I
No,
think
no. I don't use Canva. So I use Canva for some things, but
Yeah.
I don't primarily use Canva.
Yeah.
So what I'm saying is you can use, if you want to do just, if there's a little extra bit that you can't do on Canva that you want to do, you can do it on Photo P. It's called PHOTOPEA.com.
Okay.
So it's like Photoshop but online. Have you ever
Because
dealt with Photoshop?
you have Photoshop on your phone.
I have Photo Room.
Photo room.
Oh
Okay.
yeah. So you know about the layers and
Yeah,
check out Photo P.
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
It was just one of those things that.
So the logo that you have. So sorry to cut you off. The logo that you have behind you. My logo.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I did it on Photo P.
Okay. So you made your own logo on that.
I make all my own designs. Yeah.
Okay.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Anyways, carry on. Sorry.
I know thumbnails are very important, especially for videos. Thumbnail, because that's what catches the people. We were using your Photo Room,
Mhm.
and then we got the Canva, and I can do the layering on Canva, and
You could do some layering. Yeah.
it's fairly quick. I can say, okay, here's a logo. We're to throw this up. We're to throw, I can throw another picture up. I can, and then layer and then translute and bring one forward and one back. And
There's not a lot we can do though, because by the time we put in our full days at work, then get done with all 400 snakes and the rats and us trying to eat dinner and all of those different layers of things that we do during the day, we're doing good to get the thumbnail out there. And that's why I think some of the times it's so difficult to get people on the show, is because I'll reach out and then I won't hear back from people, and then I'll reach out again to other people, and it's just like trying to get those things lined up. Well, then you put the phone down and you go do the things that you've got to do, and it's just like, well, here's Friday and you need a guest on Monday.
Oh, you're not telling me anything. So I had huge ambitions. I'm like, I'm gonna do a podcast Sunday, Tuesday. The other thing, I came into the whole podcasting thing a little naive. I knew I didn't want to take up someone's spot, but I didn't do enough research as to where everyone fit in.
Right.
Because I didn't follow enough people in the industry, right? So I just did it whenever. Luckily enough, my Sunday spot is a good time because no one is at that time.
Yeah.
Yes.
My Tuesday spot, there was a couple people, and I ended up stopping the Tuesday live cast because it's too much. I was having to run home or drive home quick, get home, get set up, and then do the interview, right? And then on top of it, the having 2 guests on a week, that's
that's a lot.
It's tough. It's really tough.
And we were the same with you when we were scheduling. You know, we didn't want to step on anybody's toes. You know, we all wanted everybody to have their own spot thing.
Sure.
And we used to run it on.
I did Saturday.
Yeah, it was a Saturday show, and then the Mom Juice Monday came over. Well, Mom Juice Monday came over when Billy from Mutation Creation took a break. So he took a break from his podcasting for a while.
Yeah.
So we're like, okay, we're going to take this Monday spot.
Yeah.
And he came back on.
Where you fit in.
Yeah, he came back on, and we would message him. We're like, no, Billy,
on, Billy.
you know, this is our spot now. You got to go find another spot and all that. You know, and he would laugh, but same way. You know, no, you don't want to step on anybody's toes, and there's so many podcasts out there right now that it's hard to find a spot.
Yeah,
which ultimately doesn't matter. You like just pick a spot. People are gonna gravitate to what they wanna watch.
Absolutely.
You might be someone's cup of tea where someone else might not be. So ultimately, I don't think it's stepping on toes as much as people like to think it is. I don't think it is. Even if someone did a show at the same time that I did a show, I wouldn't care.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because the people that are gonna watch them aren't necessarily the people that want to watch me. Or if people like them better, then go watch them. That's
exactly
100. Whatever suits your fancy, you go do that.
Yeah.
Anyways, but this whole podcasting thing, it's interesting. So my brothers tried to do it, and they did it for about a year, and they grew pretty well. They're just not. They were consistent for a while, and then they just fell off.
Yeah.
The consistency thing is huge.
It's huge.
You have to keep it going, like you said, consistently, or people forget and they'll go somewhere else, and you're like, where'd my people go?
And just like you guys, they'll fill your slot with someone else.
They absolutely will. Absolutely.
I know I will too. Shoot. But
absolutely.
It's podcasting. Well, listen, it's been 2.5 hours. I don't want to take any more of your time. Over 2.5 hours.
Oh my God. It really has.
And all the lives and watch what I missed. Banna
everywhere.
I mean, Banna.
There's quite a few of them that go everywhere.
Yeah. You pop into a live and they're in there in the chat just chatting away, and you're like, how did you get into this live? Huge was Patrick Saunders. He used to be, a few years ago, he was the one that was in everybody's chat, and you're like, damn, Patrick, do you even sleep? I mean, you have everybody on notification, and you just pop in and
everyone on notification.
Yeah. And then Kike with Boza. I mean, same way.
Oh yeah,
always in Sammy. Sammy's in. I mean,
Stan.
Stan. Yeah.
There's
exotic world of geckos.
Yes, exotic world of geckos.
Eric.
There's so many of them that are so loyal, and they'll pop for you all the time. So it's just.
I just got your private chats.
Oh.
Well, that's good. At least you got them.
Hey.
So I do the same thing, and I hit up different podcasts, and if I like one, I'll stick around. I'll listen. Okay, that's cool. Interact. Cool. And then when it starts to get dull, I'll go to the next one. I'll see if there's something else. Or if I really like the topic, I'll stick to that podcast. I'll watch that podcast. Not a big deal. I will do that. And if there's someone that I do like their podcast, I will stick with their podcast. Because there's something to be said for people who watch a big chunk of a podcast versus a bunch of little pieces of podcasts.
Right.
I mean, I can see both of them.
Yeah, and that's
But-
where we've slacked within the last year is we were trying to hit everybody's podcast and getting into the chats and
Talking
Yeah.
with everybody all the
talking
time.
and all that.
Now we're on the replay crew.
And now
a
it's mostly
lot.
the replay crew.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
A lot. Because,
Yeah.
like I said, I work from home, so I'll set my phone up in front of my computers. I've got 3 screens, and I'll set it up in front of my computer, and I'll just listen all day while I'm working and try to keep up with everybody. But it's hard to do when you're doing everything else that you do during the day. And I understand when people are like, hey, I'm listening and I'm cleaning, or I'm listening and I'm feeding.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I totally get it.
And then there's some days, where we have nothing to do. And we're like, okay, mentally, we need to take a break
We need to.
from the snakes. We
Yeah,
need
with
to, and
everything.
we'll sit and we'll watch crime shows or we'll watch
Mhm.
Dateline or,
Right.
First 48 or something. And that's,
Or
That's what
Arkansas
we watch.
State Patrol.
But that's how it is, right? It's like because I want to give someone a chunk of time, a podcast, a chunk of time that's worthy, right? This just my opinion. This is how I feel, and this is how I go about watching people's podcasts. Because I do the same thing at work. I'll throw in headphones. I'll throw a podcast. I'll listen to it. I whistle while it's work, right?
Yeah.
No big deal.
Charlie goes into everybody's chat
Yeah.
too.
Yeah, he definitely does.
And we got to meet Charlie at last Tinley and
Yeah.
just absolutely loved him.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
great guy.
Yeah, Charlie's a good guy. Hey, actually, Charlie was like the second person I interviewed
really
Really?
on an Instagram live.
okay.
Okay.
Was,
So I
that
did-
He's a good one to do.
was that before the shed testing came out? Or
No,
he
no,
was
no.
just started?
This is not that. So my podcasting, I only started it like in January of this year, I think, or
okay.
February, something like that.
Charlie, we
Oh.
do too.
What was that?
Charlie falls asleep
fine.
to true crime stuff at night, and we do too.
Yep.
It's a good way to fall asleep.
Talk about some of the nightmares.
Someone that just happened to fall asleep and died because
I wake up with Post-it notes all over his side of the bed. If this happens,
tell someone, please.
Saying right
No.
there, Mike. I mean, when I say we're one community, I don't care.
Yeah.
You don't even have to breed.
no.
I mean, just being here, support, and I mean, you're part of the family.
Well, look at
And-
my true crime people that come over here and pop in the chat. Some of them are afraid of snakes,
Yeah.
absolutely terrified of snakes, but they'll pop into our chat. and talk
Tell
to
them what.
everybody.
I'm sorry.
Yeah. So who was your first one that you ever had?
I can't remember.
You
Nah, it
can't
was-
remember.
So I did. So the first 2 people that I wanted to have on were genetics.
Uh-huh.
Because I wanted to talk genetics. So RGI was the first one.
Okay.
Charlie was the second one. But I didn't know either one of them.
Uh-huh.
So you had those confused, right? You meant to have Charlie on.
Right. No. Here's what happened, and this goes back to your scheduling problem. I asked both of them. RGI answered first, and then Charlie came around.
You know why?
That's my
'Cause
story.
you know why? He was busy testing.
He
That's
was
why.
testing.
And that's what it came down to, and that's okay.
Hey,
Hey,
Miss
Mitzi.
Deanne.
So,
No, but I interviewed both of them because I wanted, and this was Instagram Live, and when I interviewed Charlie, his screen went black for me on my
Oh,
Instagram.
no.
So I was talking to a black screen the whole time, and everyone could see what Charlie was showing. And I'm like, man, that's terrible.
really?
Yeah, and I could-
Everybody but you.
Yep. So
Oh.
Instagram kind of glitches, right? When you go to, I think I removed someone. I forgot what I did, but when he popped up, when I added him to the live, he went black. I was like, oh, he's all showing off snakes and look at this, and they're like, ooh, oh, and I'm like, oh, that's fucked up. I can't see shit. Yeah, no, you're good, Charlie. I'm not thin skinned at all. Trust me.
That's my story, and I'm sticking to it.
That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. You could call me pretty much anything. I don't get offended. Sorry. But yeah, it's this Instagram thing is interesting. I like meeting people. I like talking to people, and I like talking reptiles. So this podcasting is right along that
Right.
path.
Yeah.
And I do you guys' podcast, I do like it. The podcasting under the influence, I like the name of it too. I'm a little jelly, I'm not gonna lie. That's a good name. The only problem is that you guys don't have drinks. And the one thing that I couldn't do with this, I'm not much of a drinker. But there's other influences that we could be under.
That is true. You know, and I've been in law enforcement for over 30 years. So, you know,
don't say.
Even marijuana is
a no.
It is a no to me. I mean, because that's what I grew up around, right?
Right.
A crime, you know, they can legalize it in all 50 states. And to me, it's still a no. And a lot of our family, you know, partake in marijuana, and we're around them, and it doesn't bother me.
No.
So yes, podcasting under the influence, it can be a 420, or she could be drinking moonshine. Or
yes.
But you also have the added thing that they can drug test at any time.
Yeah, I get
random drug tests anytime.
Are you still active?
Oh yeah.
I got about 6 more years for retirement.
Not bad.
Yeah,
not bad.
Yeah. So
what part of are you like street? What do you do?
I work for the Department of Justice now.
Nice.
Federal Bureau. I'm in the Federal Bureau of Prisons now. So nice. I started out on the streets. I went backwards in my career. Usually, as law enforcement, you start in the jails and then you work your way out to the street. But I went backwards. I started in the streets, made my way up to a lieutenant in the streets, and then went to the prison system. So, and I went to the prison system kind of towards the end of my career, just kind of a. But
the prison system. The prison system you work in is a little different than the regular one, right?
So I work. Prison? Yeah, I work at USP Leavenworth. It's the oldest federal prison, you know, here in it's got history to it.
Ghosts.
Yeah, I've seen ghosts there. I mean, it's got a lot of history to it. They're actually building our new one right now, and probably in the next 2 years that one will be built and we'll get moved over to it.
You believe in paranormal?
Absolutely, and we love watching those shows.
Shit. So you guys like true crime. You guys like Ghostbusters.
Ghostbusters.
I actually rented the Villisca Axe Murder House overnight.
Oh, did you stay there?
Yeah, me and my kids, we went on an investigation and we stayed all night. Yeah.
You guys had all your equipment?
We had equipment.
What did you find?
Absolutely nothing.
Yeah.
Nothing.
I wasn't there.
He wasn't there. A lot of voices, a lot of footsteps. It was crying.
Were you guys recording? I'm assuming.
Pardon me?
You guys are recording?
We did record. I need to find the stuff because we've since switched computers, but I've got stuff.
Talk about a podcast.
so and she said, she was like, hey, let's go here and let's go there.
I'm trying to get him.
I believe in the stuff. There's a couple of shows that I'll watch.
You like the Foreman Brothers,
but I don't want to go to these places. I mean, I just don't. I believe in it, and that's why I don't want to go to it.
It's a little too real.
Yeah, it's too real.
Once it's in your face.
Yeah, yeah. But at work, I have seen ghosts. You know, and middle of the night. You know, 3:00 in the morning when all the inmates are asleep and that. and you see an inmate pass by, and you're
Oh.
like, "What was that?
What was
I
that?
need to go investigate." You know, there's an inmate out of his cell, but
Yeah,
yeah,
he'll go
nothing.
investigate that, but he won't go investigate paranormal stuff
nothing.
with me.
Hey, so Banna says that she would go with you to the haunted house.
There we go.
Banna says,
She
hell
said
yeah.
so.
She said, "Oh hell no."
She says, hell yeah, sign me up. She even give gratuity, she said. So I've seen what I would consider one ghost in my life.
Uh-huh.
And I mean it was legitimate. I wasn't tired, I wasn't high, I wasn't drunk, I wasn't on mind altering substances. Shit, I was only 12 years old.
Okay.
But it was not a apparition. It was a shadow on the wall
Okay.
Okay.
The
of a
shadow
person, but
people.
it was walking and it waved at us and everything.
Really?
We were on a second story, no lights in the room. The light from the TV is shining on us. Their shadow was cast on the wall behind the TV.
Oh wow.
We were on the second story and there's a light right outside our window. So they would have to have walked right in front of that light, between the light and our window, right?
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, there's just things you can't explain. There's things that so my mom has stories about when we were driving to Mexico. I was little. I was a baby, but we were in the car and she saw, it was raining, we were going off a cliff, I guess, and she saw a hand pick up our car and put it back on the road. My mom and my dad, they both said they saw this.
Things happen.
That's not. Yeah, that's too much. That would have freaked me out.
Yeah, I would have stopped driving right there. I'm done.
Yeah.
We're gonna kick it here. We're gonna go to sleep. Wake up in the morning and see if it's still the same, because this is weird.
Vanna said she saw a peeping Tom.
Oh. Wait. She's okay with the peeping Tom, but she will not go to she won't go to haunted house. I get you. I understand you, Ben. I understand you.
I like you more and more now.
It makes total sense. Hey, okay. I've asked this before. Wait, Ben is probably the one that. Okay, I'll tell you what I think Ben is in a second, but I'm asking the question, right? Because they've asked him in the past. Have you seen this one where they ask, would you rather be in the woods with a bear or a man? They ask women.
Would you rather be in the woods with a bear or a man?
A bear.
Why?
Why?
What if it's me?
Well, if it's you, that's a different story. But we'd be in the woods together, so I wouldn't be concerned. But I don't know what that man's about. I know what the bear's about.
That's a good explanation.
What's the bear about?
The bear.
I'm gonna dig for you, Jeff.
The bear is gonna maul your ass if you're not fast enough. So I know what the bear's about.
Mhm.
The man, you don't know what they want.
But
The bears they each no matter what.
I'm okay with that. I know that that's coming.
but you're this is running under the assumption that most men are bad.
I'm not saying most men are bad. What I'm saying is there are some men that I trust with my life, and then there are others when I don't know you.
Sure, 100% I understand that. But what percentage of the population do you think are that second type? That you would rather be stuck in the woods with a bear. What percentage of the population is that second type?
It's a smaller percentage. It's a small percentage. It's probably only like maybe 2 to 7, 10.
Holy shit.
What if it was Boo Boo? Boo Boo the bear.
Or Yogi.
Or Yogi.
I'm cool with that. I'm cool with that. We'll have a picnic. I'll share my lunch.
Wait, hold on. So okay. If it was your daughter, both of you, if it was your daughter, who would you rather her be stuck in the woods with, the bear or man?
Oh, our daughter's a Marine.
and our daughter's lesbian.
And she's a lesbian. She's gonna
So
kick
a
somebody's
man.
butt.
Hold on, we're running under the assumption that there's some.
That man ain't getting nothing from her.
That man's probably gonna.
Okay.
That man's gonna be running from her.
A child, not a grown person, a child. If you had a grown child.
See,
but
Eric wouldn't want to be in the woods with you neither.
what should say? Bannon says that she wouldn't be in the woods at all.
See,
I'm okay with being in the woods.
I'm fine in the woods until it gets dark. They get me out of there.
Yeah.
No, you're a man. That doesn't count. You're a man.
Oh,
I'd rather be stuck in the woods with a man too.
Than a bear.
Yes.
What if it was me though?
Still.
With
I like
my
it, Jeff.
wig on.
I like it, Jeff. Even with your wig on too. Can I get 2 of them, please? Actually, I haven't seen you with the wig, so I'm gonna hold off on answering that until I see the episode.
I'm pretty hot.
Okay, all right.
I gotta say, he's got a good butt and really great legs. They're better than any woman's I've ever seen.
Well, I'm gonna take your word for it. How about that? Well, no. Well, that's all I got. I do appreciate you guys having me on and allowing me to interview you guys. How is it? A little different being on the receiving end?
It's very different.
And I tell people this, because we mentioned we did a solo, and we mentioned, we never get asked to be on anybody's podcast anymore.
Yeah.
When we first started, we were on podcast after podcast after podcast, and then we started our own podcast, and then no one wanted
Everybody
you to
was
come
like,
on.
you got your own.
But when you run a podcast, and you'll know, when you run a podcast, you're in charge of the podcast, right? I mean, you're asking the questions, you're doing this. So when you become a guest, you kind of have to release the reins and just kind of sit back. But tonight was awesome because it was just power play off of each other.
Yeah.
Which was fun.
And this is the best. It's having you guys are animated. I try to be animated. but it's the chemistry within the two, right? I do. I like it.
We appreciate it. I mean, and this is who we are. I mean, you could see us tomorrow at a grocery store, and we're joking around with each other like this.
I'm walking 10 steps behind with my head down, like I'm supposed to.
And so that actually happened. We were walking out of a grocery store one day, and she was like kind of next to me, and I turned around. I said, "You know your position.
Your place.
10 steps behind, head down." She was like, "Yes, sir." And she dropped back. Well, as I said that, a lady was passing by me, and I swear to God, I almost got beat up.
I thought
this lady almost came unglued on me. Yeah, but that's just who we are. That's.
We thought it was the funniest thing ever, and we just.
I would have laughed.
And she was gonna kick his butt.
Yeah, but that's. I mean, we joke all the time. You'll hardly ever catch us like serious. I mean, it's got to be something very serious for us to get serious. Yeah. But we're constantly just joking around. Yeah. I mean, downstairs, got that little spray bottle for that new kitten. It acts up and I squirt it. Well, Angie gets it.
I'm collateral damage.
She gets collateral damage every once in a while. I mean, that's just who we are.
On accident. Oh, there goes.
Like the cat's not even over here. Collateral damage.
You're like, oh, I just saw a cat over there. No, I flinched. Sorry, my reflexes are too fast.
Oh, I've heard of Bachelor's Grove Cemetery.
Oh, yeah, no.
What do you mean no?
No. I mean, it sounds cool, but I don't want to be there.
But they I've seen it on a lot of shows. It's a good place to go.
Yeah. Oh wait, what? One said one of the most haunted places. No, see, no. When I go to Tinley, I'm going to Tinley. I'm not going to one of the most haunted places in the world.
I'm gonna spike his drink.
You see what Eric said?
What Eric's typical man.
No, above one more up.
Oh, like spraying the kitty. See, Eric, we did not create this. You were like this before you met us.
Also, so you guys
should get a
turned
refund.
Eric that way.
We should get a refund on all that therapy.
Oh boy.
Man.
Yeah.
And so okay, then that would be the fourth thing, right? Is to always joke around. Not always, but I mean, is to joke with your partner.
Oh, absolutely.
The very first
You have
date
to have
that
fun.
we had,
She drugged me.
he swears up and
Wait,
down
can you drug? You can't drug someone willingly, sir.
right?
No, I went to the
Right.
bathroom. My beer was sitting there. I came back, and I don't.
It tasted a
And
little
now
funny.
every time it feels like my head's clearing up.
Yeah.
It happens again
Oh shit.
for the last 200 years.
She got a good one, whatever that is.
What I was saying for that story is we laughed from the time that we met and got together on our first date, and we continue to laugh, and we just enjoy each other.
Yeah. I mean, we
Well,
wake up.
That is a true testament too, from the outside looking in, that people actually enjoy their company. Because you guys are laughing. You guys are laughing together and joking.
Yeah.
Like, 'cause I used to tell people all the time, if I'm not joking with you, I don't like you.
And I tell
He
people
tells
the same
people
thing.
the same thing.
Yeah. Even if I'm making fun of you because I'm joking with you.
Yep.
That's my way of joking with you. If you don't want to, I won't even talk to you. And then you'll know that I don't like you.
Yep.
Exactly.
And I have no problem doing that. I have no problem not talking to some people. I mean, it's
Same.
but
Yeah, like that.
if I'm joking with you, it's because I like you.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah, I don't just shoot the shit or joke with just anybody, because I have to like them. But yeah, and a lot of people don't, and I see a lot of the younger generation is where there's that mismatch,
Right.
because I used to work at a grocery store a couple years ago, and the baggers used to get mad at me because I used to make fun of them a lot.
And it was
like-
hurting their feelings.
Yeah, I was hurting them right here, right in their heart. I'm like,
Yep.
listen, if you don't want me to joke with you, I'm not gonna be your friend.
Right.
Yeah.
Then we'll just be associates. Then that's fine. That's okay. But then you're gonna get mad because I'm not talking to you and I'm not joking with you.
Yeah.
And you're gonna want that again. So it's like like they don't like the abuse, but they want the abuse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you see that Mike worked for a cemetery and a cremation shit was weird in the early? Oh yeah. See, no, Mike, no. See, that's not even a job I would apply for. No.
I'm all down for the ghost stuff.
No. See, you all go do your ghost stuff together. Jose and I are going to go to. We're going to Anaheim, or we're going to go to.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. You guys go haunt woods and cemeteries and streets. You guys go up to Tinley. Look, 15, 20 minutes away. You go
15,
up
20 minutes.
217. Yeah. Nope.
Hey, where'd you get that? Did you go get that shirt from Leviathan's website, Jeff?
No,
No, they
we
gave it to
love
us.
Stephen
Yeah.
and Courtney,
Fuckers.
and we were at
Tinley.
was it Tinley that they gave it to you?
No, it was St. Louis.
St. Louis,
St. Louis.
when we were vending together.
Yeah.
I say together, they were a couple aisles over, but
Yeah.
we were
At the same show.
there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You guys,
we
you
love
guys have
it.
shirts made?
This is
That's
the
the
old
old
one.
one.
It's
Yeah.
actually green and silver, but I've been working with Creature Boys, and they've been designing our new shirts. We got the
proofs.
final proofs
Yep.
Nice.
just the other day. Maki with Unique Serpents got to see them because she was
Nice.
here.
Yeah.
So we've given them the go ahead, and they're going to start. But they hand do everything, and they screen print everything by hand.
By hand, sheesh. They better not get a big order.
So the shirt that we'll have available will be Kelly green.
Yeah, it'll be a Kelly green one.
But then they're making us a black one too. So we're to have the Kelly green and the black.
Yeah.
But
Nice.
what's will be available will be the Kelly green.
Oh, Stephen gave it to you.
Yes, he did. Stephen's strong.
That Juicy G, she's something. She's something.
Yeah, Waverly Sanatorium and Louis. Yeah, see, y'all keep talking about this crazy ass scary. See,
Yeah,
my problem is, you go to these places, and something's gonna stick to you, and you're gonna bring it home.
No, you don't allow anything.
You think they attach?
Absolutely.
No, they do not. If you don't open yourself up and you don't allow them to,
if I'm a rookie going in doing a ghost hunting adventure, how do I know if I'm opening myself up or not?
because I'm with you.
You say 2 Hail Marys and 1 Our Father, and you're good.
Actually, think I'm gonna let some other heifer come up in this house?
You have to do it before you get in, though.
Ain't no way I'm letting some other heifer come up in here.
So, are you guys raised religious, or are you guys religious?
I'm not.
I'm spiritual. Yeah.
Kind of. So yeah, I was raised Catholic. I'm not spiritual. I'm not religious or anything. But I grew up Catholic, and shit. Where was I going with this? See, I forget shit.
Oh, you were to say hi to Sloan Morphs.
Sloan.
Yeah, Darren's up in the house. What's up, Darren?
You're not spiritual.
Raised Catholic.
No, I forgot what I was gonna say. It's something about the ghost.
Oh yeah. But you believe in it, and I truly believe that they can attach to you.
Mike.
See, absolutely. Mike says they can see that right there. Yep.
Here. So this is what I was gonna say. So when I was little, and we used to do confession we used to go to church for the Catholics, and they would say, oh, you'd go in there, you're like, oh yeah, I did X, Y, and Z. Like, oh, you shouldn't have done that. Go say 3 Hail Marys and 4 Our Fathers. Like, that's it? And then my sins are clean?
Make up stuff? Did you ever want to make up
I did.
stuff? Just
I always did. I didn't tell them what I really did. Like, oh, I didn't go to sleep on time or some bullshit. Like,
I'm not Catholic, but I always wanted to go to confession and just make up a whole load of stuff that I did.
The dumbest stuff you've ever. And they always say, like, they just add the Hail Marys and they add Our Fathers to it. You're like, what the? What? So I'm going to say a couple little words out there, and that's going to take away.
That's it. Crazy. The sin's gone.
And it's gone. I'm like, oh, so then I don't even have to come in here to do that. I can do that at home and I'm good.
I can do it sitting on my couch playing video games.
I don't have to pay you for this either. Come on.
It's shit. We got Google now. Okay, I did this.
How many Hail Marys?
Oh, that's fine. Oh, 6 Hail Marys. Shit, that's a lot of Hail Marys.
Mama be passing those rosary beads everywhere. Dang it.
Oh, they don't even get me started on the rosary. Holy shit. Holy. So I'll give you guys a quick story. In Mexico, it's sad, but it's not sad for you guys. It's not sad at all because it happened a long time ago. My grandma and grandpa died. We were down there and they were having like ceremony for him. I think I was like 8 or 9 years old, and we sat in their living room, and they have the rosary, right? For every bead, you have a prayer. For every fucking bead on that rosary. There's like 150 fucking beads on that thing.
Yeah.
We stayed there I don't even remember how late it was, but I was falling asleep and shit. And I'm like, fuck, can we leave now? And,
Mom's elbowing you.
yeah, like, what the fuck are you snoring for? Damn it.
See there, my holy water is moonshine. Ain't nothing attaching to me.
Wait, go back to Jeff's question. How do you open yourself up? How would someone know if they're either fully open or fully closed
Right.
to something to attach?
You're gonna feel different. You're gonna get nausea. You're gonna get headaches. You're gonna get.
Well, then it's too fucking late because they're attached to you.
You're like, no.
Right? Then what do?
You go outside and take yourself out of the situation, and then you bless and sage yourself.
And say, so how many Hail Marys?
Four. Four was the default if you were too bad. 4.
Default. Yeah. I'm going to start getting sick. Well, it means I'm bringing the bitch home with me.
Shit. We got company.
Don't have to worry. I'll get rid of her.
And so then you like the movies like The Conjuring and all these other movies?
Now, I don't do like horror. No, I don't.
No, the Conjuring is about that doll.
I will watch things that have basis of truth. Yeah.
And this is a truth one.
Yeah.
You never watched it?
I have not. I watched.
You should watch it. You should watch it.
Yeoman.
It's about a real doll. I think they have it in some museum or somewhere.
Is it the one in Ed and Lorraine Warren's museum? Is it the one that was in Ed and Lorraine Warren's museum?
Yes.
Annabelle?
And that doll's haunted?
Yes.
The doll is.
It has something attached to it. Just don't touch it.
Yeah, let's see. It gets attached to things too. So you get. We can go to an old furniture place and say, "Oh, look at this old rocking chair," and bring it home, and something could be attached to that rocking chair.
I've got antiques in this house right now.
No.
And you might sit on the wrong piece of wood.
Right. And they should be attached to my ass.
And now we know where the entry point is.
Right.
Yeah. Oh, shit.
I already got one pain in the ass. I don't want another one.
It's true. We don't like those. We do not.
You're gonna make me that drink, aren't you? Cold pain in the ass. Because that's what you say I am.
You guys are getting. It's called podcasting under the influence. This is not a ghost hunting podcast. We're not.
Wait, hold on. Another question. When you guys did your experiment at this place, did you guys take like electromagnetic field detector things?
I had an EVP.
Oh shit! I mean EVP.
And I had a night vision camera, and yeah,
Nope.
Yeah, sitting on the wrong piece of wood, just like John said.
So Mike, I'm going to go back to my original statement. We got applied for that job. No.
Yeah, I don't see that job on a post and be like, man, that sounds interesting.
Right. I'm going to go work at a cemetery and dig graves and work in the. No, why? Why?
And you also know that everyone applying is getting that job because not very many people are applying.
You're the only one applying.
Sir, guess what? You're hired. Wait, you haven't even interviewed me. No. We know you're a good guy. Come on, let's go.
Here's a shovel.
Here's your flashlight. Have at it.
Bye. And they take off running. Yeah, no.
Not happening.
Not happening. Do you want a Ouija board?
No.
Well, okay. No. Let's talk about this then. You don't want a Ouija board. How come you don't want a Ouija board?
Oh.
Well,
yeah.
Ashley and
I want to know. I have.
Ashley and I were going to get you one.
The fuck you were.
But Ouija boards can open portals, and I really don't feel like anything demonic coming up in here besides you.
But what's the difference of opening a portal and having something stuck to you that you bring home from one of these places?
Because you're not going to bring something home from there.
Oh my gosh, this is going in circles.
So on a Ouija board, you can't get anything stuck to you? Nothing will attach?
Ouija boards, I won't mess with no Ouija boards. You can open portals, and some people don't know how to close portals. I'm not messing with no Ouija board.
I've done it.
I've heard too many bad things. Yeah. Too many bad.
See, Mike, you're making it even worse. Could you fucking imagine if you're in there fucking cleaning and your coworker locked you in? Oh, hell no. No.
Or in a morgue, you're just mopping the floor and all of a sudden all the lights go out. Oh, shit.
Right, and then the lights turn on and there's nothing but blood on the floor.
Yeah, wait, I thought I just cleaned this piece. Whoops.
And then you got to clean up the pee.
For me, yeah. It'd be more than pee. I'd have shit myself at the same time.
That's how you have the tidy whities. They hold things in.
Right.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Oh, man.
No. You kind of had me. I was thinking about going with you at one time. Now it's a definite no. It's a hard no.
No, we're going to go. We're going to the Missouri State Pen.
No.
Yeah.
You have fun.
You don't want any freeloaders?
No. I'd rather clean fucking rat shit.
We'll go to something, and I won't tell you.
No, see, we talked.
Hey, guess where we're at?
3 hours ago, we talked about this communication.
Yeah.
And goals.
Oh man. Oh shoot.
See,
funny.
Mike,
No. See,
go on the
Lord, it's 20 to 11.
climate. Why the fuck? Why would you climb in a casket?
Oh, see, that's a good one. See,
now that
I
would
would
be
do
kind
that.
of funny.
You can scare
I would do that.
That would be kind of funny, though.
Yeah, I would do that. Definitely 100% would do that.
That'd be
I'd even
good.
pay myself up to look kind of a little palish.
Yeah. So I was in the Air Force, and at night we used to climb in the F-16 cockpits and act like we were flying the F-16s. I mean, kind of the same thing. I mean, we're not,
Kind of. You're getting a feel for it. Is what you're doing.
right.
Taking the casket for a test drive. I don't know.
Right,
Whatever.
Hey, how comfortable is this?
Yeah, no, I want that casket 9000.
Right. Oh, if I lay in this too long, I'm gonna get bed sores. You know.
I'll definitely crawl myself out of this one. Oh shoot. Yeah, it's late.
All right.
Yeah.
It's 11:43 here.
It's that time. No, I'll let you guys go. I appreciate you guys' time. I appreciate everyone in the chat working with us. For you guys working with me with all my technical difficulties.
No worries.
Oh yeah.
We've
no,
had a
this
ball.
was awesome.
Yeah, we've
It
had a
was great.
ball.
No, I appreciate it. Yeah,
3
I've had
hours, I'll
fun.
never
too.
get back.
It's okay. You're gonna go to the museum now, the Honda Museum. You're fine. We're
Yeah.
fine. We're fine.
Yes, he is.
But for sure, I appreciate it. Thank you for the advice. I hope people learn something from this, can take something away from it.
Yeah, don't go to cemeteries. Don't do this. Don't do that.
There's a bunch of stuff. There's a bunch of don't do's on here, so have a blast. Yeah, we'll have to do it. We'll have to do it again at some point.
Oh gosh,
Oh,
yes.
absolutely.
We'll revisit and
Yes.
see where everyone's at. But yes, for
And
tonight,
then we could talk about what you don't do. We talked about what you do.
what you do, we did talk about doo-doos.
We talked about a lot of doo-doos.
Now we'll talk about what you don't do.
What you don't do. Cemetery.
Cemetery and night museum, haunted museums and shit. We have Alcatraz over here. We could go to Alcatraz.
Oh, that'd be fun.
Yeah, I've taken the ferry around it before.
Oh, not in
We
it.
could actually go tour it though.
Yes.
Which
You
I
take a
get
ferry?
in free.
You get in free.
I get in.
Oh, Jeff, you can get me in free too. I'm your son.
From which wife?
Yeah,
The
which
first
one?
or the
It doesn't
second?
even matter. It doesn't even matter. Oh, that's funny. All right. Well, you guys have a good night.
You too.
Again, yeah, I
Thanks
appreciate it.
again.
And yeah, we'll see you guys. See you guys again. Yeah, we'll do it
All
again.
right.
sometime.
Absolutely.
So
Thanks.
we're gonna see
What's
you backstage in just a minute then.
Oh yeah, we still got to close out the show.
No, oh wait, this is Jose's show. He
He
closes it out.
it out.
Yeah, this is. I'll see you guys backstage.
No, you closing it out, and then I'm
Go
in
ahead.
Oh wait, I gotta still say we'll be right here doing what we love, loving what we do. Y'all keep chasing your dream. Okay, now
It's your good night,
it's
Jose.
your good night.
I appreciate you guys for sure.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Again, everyone in the chat, thank you for joining. Thank you for being part of this. Thank you for being active. All the questions, and yeah, we'll do it again. Next week we have. Who do we have? Who do you guys have next week? When's your guys' next show?
Monday.
Next Monday.
Next Monday.
Yeah.
Because today is Monday and next Monday is.
We have oh shit. You know who we got? I forgot. We got Jose with Edge Panic.
Nice. Nice. Yeah, I heard he's a good guy. He's all right. He's all right.
He's a pretty good guy. It's what
I heard he's got a real good sense of humor.
He's all right. He's all right. So, yeah, he's not everyone's cup of tea, but he's all right. So next week I have Craig from Bashcoder on.
Oh,
So stay
nice.
tuned. Yeah, that should be fun. I believe it's the same kind of setup. It's couples and reptiles as well, and he's got a pretty interesting story as well. So
Oh, nice.
so many things we can learn from all the couples out here, and thank you guys for bestowing upon us your knowledge and experiences.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. Anytime.
Anytime.
You want to put us backstage now?
Can I? Yeah, I'm gonna put you backstage.
Okay.
I can't see us
I can't put you backstage.
We're in the back.
We're not going backstage.
Okay.
Hey,
We're in the back.
you guys. Yeah.
All right.
Like I said,
Oh.
a great show. I appreciate it. This kind of show I love. I love the energy you guys brought. The joking around. That's my cup of tea. So
We loved
Awesome.
it.
Thank
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
appreciate
Thanks
it.
for having us on your show, on our
Yeah,
channel.
no, and thanks for having me on your show as well, for hosting me on your show. At some point. So, are you guys going to Daytona this year?
We're missing Daytona this year.
Daytona this year. We'll be at Dallas and Tinley.
When's Dallas? I've never been to Dallas.
September.
I'm gonna have to see you guys in person one of these days. I'll see you
Okay.
at one
Yeah.
of these shows. Our circles are small enough that we will meet.
Absolutely.
You wouldn't even recognize us.
We don't look the same.
Just wear the shirt. I'll find you. Where they at?
Oh man.
All right. I'm going to go ahead and hit the outro then. You good?
We're
Go for
good.
it.
All right. Love you guys. We'll see you guys next week.
Thank you, guys.